This is a Fox Sports presentation.
When we last saw the San Francisco 49ers, the swagger, air of confidence and arrogance that was a symbol of its success was replaced by a muddy vision of a team grown old. 2 consecutive early playoff exits had the concerns of management. It always comes down to the coach, and the 1996 season marked the end of the Seifert-Walsh era. For the 49ers' sake, the hope that the cloud has been lifted in lieu of a new generation introduced Steve Mariucci as its new coach and hopefully newest savior. Also new to the Bay Area is Kevin Green, who hopes to pump new life into the Niners. The Buccaneers also have a new image. Coach Tony Dungy looks to feed off last year's late season success with optimistic quarterback Trent Dilfer. A hot and humid day and a sold-out house in Tampa for the opening of the NFL season, as today the San Francisco 49ers take on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Hi again, everyone, with Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan. San Francisco finishing a disappointing 1-3 in preseason, and they did not stand pat at all.
No, they didn't. They went out. They're going to try to wake this defense up. Watching the preseason film on the 49ers, they're sleepwalking. They're walking. There's no enthusiasm. They're not hitting. They went and got Kevin Green. Kevin Green will bring some energy and enthusiasm back to this good defensive team.
Which is what they hoped they found in Steve Mariucci when they hired him as their new coach.
Well, you go out and you hire Mariucci, you get an excitable guy, a guy that loves football, a guy that's full of pep, and the team goes the other way. You look at the last 2 49er coaches. When I coached against them, I looked at the other side of the field. I thought they were the walking dead. Now they got an enthusiastic coach, and the team's walking around dead.
Well, it's the first job as a head man in the NFL for Steve Mariucci. His thoughts.
It's a big deal. It's the national anthem to me is thrilling. To be on the same sideline with a Jerry Rice and a Steve Young and all these great players, to be opposing Tony Dungy and his team and representing this organization and representing the NFL, it's going to be a special moment for me.
A lot of people think the Tampa Bay Buccaneers are going to be one of the better teams in the NFL. What do you think?
I think they are on defense. Defense, the front 7, they run, they hit, and they hustle. But you got to have a quarterback. Everybody knows 49ers got a quarterback. Young, he can get it done. Dilfer, nobody knows if he's good enough, including him.
All right, it's the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the San Francisco 49ers. We're back to Tampa following these messages.
The Erickson Countdown.
Welcome back to Tampa, opening day in the National Football League. A lot of early games. Dallas clobbering Pittsburgh by 30. Surprised the Giants, at least in the 4th, over Philadelphia. St. Louis beating Mike Ditka and New Orleans. And then other scores around the league. You see Cincinnati on top of Arizona. Dan Marino and Miami beating the Colts. Overtime, Oakland, Tennessee. New England led 28-0 at halftime over San Diego. Well, the new coach is 41-year-old Steve Mariucci. Last year, the coach at Cal, former tutor for Brett Favre and Mark Brunell in Green Bay. Tony Dungy is in his 2nd year, also 41 years old. 2 former college quarterbacks on opposite sidelines this afternoon. He has generated a lot of enthusiasm in this city. Michael Husted sets to kick off for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, and deep back, Ihani Uwezike, along with Terrell Owens. A lot of questions for the Niners. Buccaneers very optimistic, and here we go from Tampa, Florida. It's taken by Uwezike, and he'll go to a knee. San Francisco will begin at first down and 10 yards to go at their own 20-yard line. And the last time we saw Steve Young, he was wincing in pain in early January in the muck of Green Bay. Broken ribs, concussions last year, entering his 14th season. His health will be a key for San Francisco, not only today, but all season long. Steve Young, who is one of the top passers in the NFL, even an off year like last season, where he missed 9 of to 16 regular season games as a quarterback that can do severe damage. A former Tampa Bay Buccaneer used to play here in the 85 and 86 seasons.
In fact, later on, we're going to show you his stats, his first 2 years as a Buccaneer quarterback, as compared to Dilfer's first 2 years.
Hurst and Floyd in the backfield, and San Francisco 1st and 10 from their own 20. That's Jones in motion. But this is Garrison Hurst, who takes it to the 22 and is brought down by Sapp and Rufus Porter. A lot of questions on that offensive line. Those question marks on the team. First start today for Timmy Hanshaw, Ray Brown, Sapolo, Gogan, and Kirk Scrafford, starting his 2nd game in the last 2 seasons. Garrison Hurst just carried the ball. Kirby started the entire preseason. Floyd in the backfield. Stokes and the incomparable Jerry Rice is the receivers. The tight end is Brent Jones. 2 tight ends now. 2nd down and 8 from the 22. And Young quickly to Rice, who makes the catch, picks up the first down. He's to the 36, brought down by Anthony Parker. It's a pickup of 13 to Jerry Rice. He's now caught a pass in 176 consecutive games. A base 4-3 defense for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Upshaw, Sapp, Culpepper, and Ahanitu. They like all these young players there. In the linebacking core, Brooks, Nickerson, and Porter, 2 of those guys are all pro. And in the secondary, they've got great corners Parker and Abraham. Johnson and John Lynch will be in the middle. It's 1st down and 10 just beyond the 35.
All-out blitz, Kevin. They came with the strong safety.
And Hurst takes it for a couple yards, setting up 2nd down and 8.
What they did is the strong safety Lynch came up on the line of scrimmage, and you'll see him fire off the tight inside. They're not going to let the 49ers run the football. It should come off to your left side. Watch Lynch. He'll be part of all these people can slant to the open side because there's the strong safety 47. And that allowed everybody to come down inside. Ochidi Ahanitu.
Floyd in the backfield. 2nd down, 8 yards to go. Just shy of the 37. Young to the tight end, Brent Jones. Shy of the 1st down. He's to the 44, picking up 6, and that'll set up 3rd down and a long yard.
If you're sitting at home, I saw no effort at all in the preseason for the 49ers to reduce their enemy by pounding the football. And I think when you got Young and the way he throws, they'll continue to play like they always did, Kevin. That's put that ball up every down, and you won't see much running again today.
Steve Young has been right on target his first 2 passes, setting up 3rd down and 2. No score, just into the ball game. 12.5 to play in the 1st. With Jones in motion, it's Young being chased by Sapp and brought down.
Could be injured, too. Quarterback could be injured, Kevin.
Warren Sapp, the sack. Led him in sacks last year, and Steve Young, who's coming off a season with 2 concussions, which forced him out of the game.
I think he has one now, too, Kevin. Look at that. He's got a concussion. He sent the tight end motion, tried to change the strength, and the defensive end just came as hard as he could upfield.
Got a knee in the head. Tommy Thompson will punt for the first time. Coming off a decent season a year ago. And deep back for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, Carl Williams. And that punt is blocked. And loose at the 45. And rolling into San Francisco territory. And then out and down to the Tampa Bay 41.
Well, the 49er did a great job there. He tried to throw the Tampa Bay Buccaneer into the ball to make a live ball. It was a smart play by the 49er coverage team. He tried to push the return man into the football. A block punt. If you're a 49er fan, you never will see that. The 49ers never block a punt. They haven't blocked a punt since I've been in pro football. But Tampa Bay took a chance and came after him. It'll come from the right side of your screen.
Tony Bowie's the one to get it, and Thompson had 2 blocked last year.
And a nice job. Now, a 49er cover man went downfield and tried to throw the Tampa Bay Buccaneer into the football to make a live ball. So it was a nice coaching job by the 49ers special teams coach.
So Tampa Bay, by virtue of the block punt, has it at the 41-yard line. 1st down and 10 yards to go. Warwick Dunn, Mike Allstott in the backfield, and Trent Dilfer is the quarterback.
And he just saw the blitz. He just saw the blitz. It's a strong safety blitz.
Tim McDonald was the blitzing safety and makes the tackle on Warwick Dunn. Well, there probably hasn't been a more maligned quarterback in the NFL over the last 3 seasons than Trent Dilfer, but the last 11 games of last year, he came on strong, and they have great hopes for him this year. On the offensive line, Gruber, Pine, Mayberry, along with Diaz and Jason Odom, We just saw the carry by Warwick Dunn. They think he is the real deal with Allstott and All-Pro a season ago. Williams and Thomas, the wideouts, and Jackie Harris, the venerable tight end. Now Moore joins Jackie Harris as a tight. 2nd down and 6. Handoff to Mike Allstott, who is a rare breed, a fullback who gets plenty of chances to carry. That time taken down by Chris Dolman. Picks up 4. That sets up 3rd and about a yard and a half.
And you got to love Allstott. Here's a guy that was the MVP at Purdue for 3 years in a row. If he played 120 miles over at Notre Dame, he'd be a legend.
2 best tackles on any line. Stubblefield along with Young, flanked by Dolman and Roy Barker. The linebackers, Norton, Plummer, and Lee Woodall. And in the secondary for San Francisco today, they've got new players now, including Rod Woodson. Other corner Marquez Pope, Hanks, and McDonald will be in the middle.
3 out of 4 of those been the Pro Bowl.
A lot of Pro Bowl talent on San Francisco's side, facing 3rd and a long one for Tampa Bay. No score and a timeout taken by Dilfer. 10:22 to play in the first quarter. First drive by the Buccaneers, and we're scoreless from Tampa, Florida.
NFL Sunday is brought to you by Southwest Airlines. With fares so low, you have the freedom to fly. By the new 1997 Toyota Camry, now better than ever. By Coors Light, proud partner of the John Wayne Cancer Institute and their search for a cure. And by 1-800-COLLECT. It's the way to call Collect.
No score in the first quarter. Steve Young being looked at, whacked pretty good by Warren Sapp when he was sacked. The timeout just taken by Dilfer.
I think he was running out of time on the clock, and he didn't want to get a penalty, and so he took the timeout. He wasn't going to audible because it was short yardage. He has a different formation now, though. 2 tight ends.
On 3rd and 2, they give it to Allstott, and he takes 3. And it's a foot race with McDonald. Allstott inside the 20 and down to the 16-yard line.
Well, they did change the formation, so Dilfer didn't like it. He had an open side end. He only had 1 tight end, which means they could have blitzed that formation and stopped the run. So they come back with 2 tight ends and watch the run as he runs through contact. You cannot arm tackle this Purdue football player. This guy, MVP at Purdue, 3 years in a row. No one in the history of football has done that at Purdue. And I asked him, if he went to Notre Dame, he'd be a living legend. 120 miles away from everybody knowing who you are.
Allstott now teamed in the backfield with Dunn. 1st and 10, gain of 35 on that play. From the 49ers 16-yard line. To the end zone, Dilfer, and almost picked off as his receiver slipped. Marquez Pope was zeroing in on Carl Williams.
And Dilfer dodged a bullet there. The ball was, if that was baseball, if we're playing a baseball game, they'd throw him out of the game. You can't throw high and behind a guy. This is high and behind the receiver. It's an inside slant. And look where the ball is. That's ugly.
2 tight ends for Dilfer, no score. 2nd down and 10 from the Niner 15. Dilfer again gives to Allstott right on the heels of his 35-yard run. Picks up a yard into the teeth of that San Francisco defense. And that will set up 3rd down and 9. Allstott was a Pro Bowl alternate last year to Larry Centers at Arizona.
And Centers is the only one that caught more passes along with his running. He can really catch that football. But when you run up at Young and Stubblefield, they just tried to go after the 2 best defensive tackles in football. The 49ers have them on the same team. It's a long day running up in there at those 2 big guys.
3rd and 9. Last time they faced a 3rd down, Allstott ran 35 yards.
Motion.
Dilfer with time, and the pass bobbled and dropped at the 7-yard line. Jackie Harris, the tight end, was there. Dilfer is incomplete, so San Francisco's defense holds a Tampa Bay offense to just a field goal attempt.
And Dilfer can't throw it any better. And here's Jackie Harris. Here's the guy from that they got from the Green Bay Packers. Green Bay Packers would not match the offer. Little slide outside, sit down between the 2, right on the chest. Jackie Harris has to play better than that. Dilfer will get criticized. Dilfer put the ball right where he had to throw it.
32-yard attempt by Michael Husted, who Tampa Bay had to match an offer sheet for Husted by San Francisco. So Husted almost became a 49er. And it is no good. Hit the upright, and Husted with the miss. So San Francisco's defense really escapes the bullet. We're still scoreless, 0-0. On the first series, Warren Sapp in the Tampa Bay defense. Sack Young, he is out on this play right here.
Sapp is chasing. Watch the knee. Knee hit the helmet right there.
Hardy
Nickerson's left knee accidentally hit him on the helmet. Now we have a new quarterback.
Jeff Brom out of Louisville. First and 10 handoff. As they begin from the 22 on the missed field goal by Tampa Bay, and he picks up 3 yards on the play. The ball carrier was Garrison Hurst.
Keep your eyes on the helmet. The quarterback stretched out. He's not injured here. And right there, the left knee of Hardy Nickerson. And look at the pain. I tell you what, he had two concussions last year. And it's scary to see him get a head injury that easily opening game.
Brom has only played in 3 NFL games. This is his 4th, and he faces 2nd down and 7. And off to Hurst, the former Arizona Cardinal, with no place to go, and he carves out a couple yards. That'll set up 3rd down and about 6. Hardy Nickerson makes the stop, the Pro Bowler out of California.
Now you'll see Tampa Bay. We talked about hustling and hitting in the opening. Watch the swarm in the gang. Watch this man Lynch. Here's a guy that played at Stanford. He goes to bounce outside. Linebackers are there, and here comes the whole group. Everybody tries to get in on every tackle. Nice play by Derek Brooks, sliding outside. He's the man who made the first contact. 4 wide receivers, Kevin.
3rd and a long 5. On the 26, Brom, his first completion. It's caught by Terry Kirby. He wants to shed that label as a 3rd down back, but he does it about as well as any back in the NFL. Picks up 16 yards, and the Niners stay alive.
Well, the Niners spread the field with 4 wide receivers, something they haven't done under the previous coaches. And they catch a zone defense. It's all zone, and when there's a zone, there's nobody between the hashes. Well, see these 2 hashes? Everybody's going to drop the zones, and there's nobody in here. Watch the wide receiver settle right down on the hash. It's like picking a chicken wing. They're going to have to play man-to-man and come up and attack him.
Goes to Goes to Garrison Hurst, who takes it by the 50 into Tampa Bay territory. Picks up 9 yards before he's stopped by Rufus Porter. And the word from the San Francisco sideline is that Young is out there for observation. They're going to see how he goes over the next couple minutes and then make a decision following that.
Garrison Hurst, we got to sit with him in the car coming back from practice. And you saw him on that run. I said, what's the biggest difference here in the other teams you're with? He said, here they talk about winning the Super Bowl. No place else have I ever been where they talk about winning the Super Bowl every day in practice.
Hurst has carried 5 times for 18 yards. Here's his 6th carry on that 2nd down play, and he'll be close to a 49er first down. Tackle made by John Lynch.
And John Lynch is a safety, but John Lynch will come up and make as many tackles as the linebackers.
You know, lacking a marquee back since the departure of Ricky Waters after the '94 season, they signed Hurst, and they think that he is the real deal, a guy that's going to star and really fill that void.
Well, he looks so quick in the preseason. I can see why they started him over Terry Kirby. Plus, he's a better blocker on pass protection.
Hurst is out. Kirby is in. Kirby, the former Miami Dolphin, gets the call and picks up 2 to the 45-yard line. Tackled by Derek Brooks, who led the team in tackles again last year.
And Derek Brooks, you talk about the real deal. We've watched him on all the films. Watch 55 slide around. And everybody knows about Hardy Nickerson. There's 55, slides right off. You can't outdance him. Here's a guy who runs a 4.340 playing the linebacker. Right there, no good, no good. You can't run on me. Florida State.
7th play of the San Francisco drive. New quarterback Jeff Brom. Young is on the sideline injured. And it's 2nd down. Brom with the blitz on, throws a pass, and it's caught by Terrell Owens, who is a surprise of last year's draft. He gains 12 yards down to the Tampa Bay 33 and a first down for San Francisco.
They're running crossing routes versus the zone. You'll see 81 come all the way across. Here's Owens. Owens is over here. He's going to come across, running real shallow. By the time he gets to this zone, he is the Lone Ranger. Runs right underneath the linebackers. They can't find him. On 3rd down right now, they have Tampa pretty well confused.
He could have used Tano for a block there. First and 10, no score. First quarter, 4:20 to play. The pitch out to Garrison Hurst. Hurst the first down and across the grain and then trips up inside the Buccaneer 20. To the 18, picking up 15, another San Francisco first down.
It's a different package on every down. This time, Mariucci's coming with 2 tights, 2 wides, 1 back. Watch the formation. It's a different formation. He has 2 wideouts, and it's a toss sweep by pulling the line, pulling the tackle in the guard. Ray Brown coming around the corner. He's bigger than the average truck. And they're out formation in him right now. They got about 5 packages of different personnel. It's different grouping.
Good-looking drive led by quarterback Jeff Brom, and here is a tripped up Garrison Hurst going down. Derek Brooks got under him and knocked him from mid-flight.
When you have 1 back in the backfield like they're running right now, then the guards have to pull. So that was a new guy, Kevin Gogan, the guard trying to lead out around there.
And that's a pretty big
big guard. Another all-pro. Here they come pulling around the corner with Ray Brown. And they're pulling the backside tackle, Tim Hanshaw. So they're pulling everybody. That's a student body play.
That's a big body. Brown, the only returning starter from a season ago at the same position. Second down and 11. Brown to the air, and down he goes. Sacked by Reagan Upshaw. He loses 9. That sets up 3rd down and 20.
And the difference in these 2 teams is Tampa Bay comes off the ball on every down. There's nobody playing flow. Watch Reagan. He's right in your right-hand corner. He disappears, but he's working upfield. He just knocks Hanshaw around. Hanshaw's got to fight hard. If that's all the harder Hanshaw's got to fight, he's got to go in and watch it on television. He's not fighting hard enough. He's got to protect his quarterback. 4 wide receivers again. Last time they did this, Kevin, they threw the ball down the middle.
Irby in the backfield, 11th play of the San Francisco drive, 3rd down and 20. Brom on a catch, but short of the first down by Jerry Rice. His second today, picks up 16 when he needed 20. So the ball's at the 12, and Tampa Bay's defense will hold San Francisco to just a field goal attempt.
And he's in the slot. He's not a wideout. Right now, there's a man to his outside and the formation's to his inside. Easy escape. You can see they're in zones. You can't let 49ers run down the field. They left Lynch back there by himself. They're going to have to play man-to-man on those people with the zone people behind him.
Gary Anderson will try a 30-yard field goal and put San Francisco on the board, which he does. And the Niners have taken a lead. So a 16-yard pass play to Kirby, 12 yards to Owens, and a 30-yard field goal by Anderson. It's 3-0 San Francisco. NFL Sunday doubleheader. It all starts with America's most watched pregame show. Then catch the 49ers battling the Rams and the Super Bowl champion Green Bay Packers against the Eagles or other regional action. Coverage begins at noon Eastern, 9 a.m. Pacific right here on Fox. Check your local listings.
I like that Giants-Jacksonville game.
Well, Giants today.
Wow, what a surprise.
Pummeling Philadelphia. Exactly. Here's Tommy Thompson, who likes to kick barefoot. Build that callus on that foot. For those cold months. He's also the punter, and there's some concern that this kickoff duty will harm his punting. This kickoff here is a little bit short. Picked up by Warwick Dunn inside the 5 for Tampa Bay. There goes Dunn. Dunn inside the 40 and inside the 49er 35, but there is a flag back at the 27. Tackle was made by Darnell Walker.
And both these special teams are 1 and 2 in kickoff coverage. So you hardly ever see a kickoff return brought against either one of them.
1 and 2 in kickoff coverage, and maybe the 2 best special teams coaches. As holding is the call against the Buccaneers, and the coach for San Francisco was the former special teams coach here in Tampa, George Stewart.
Well, I'll tell you what, both these guys can coach, and you tell how good a special teams coach is by their coverages, not by their returns, by their coverages. Now, if he would have broke that, if Tampa Bay could have broke that, that would have been the first kickoff return for a touchdown in the history of the organization.
67 yards wiped away. Here's our referee, Phil Walker.
Hi, Phil.
Holding on the receiving team, number 53 during the return. 10-yard penalty, first down.
Sheldon Quarles is 53.
Well, Sheldon feels bad now, and everybody's booing.
67-yard kickoff return wiped out because of a holding call. It's 3-0 San Francisco. San Francisco leading 3-0 and a field goal of 30 yards by Anderson, capping a 12-play, 66-yard drive.
And Hurst really carried the wood there pretty good. 6 rushes for 29 yards. Doing something they hadn't done real good in the preseason. That's run the football.
Carry the wood.
Carry the wood.
On their own 18-yard line, 1st and 10. Dilfer hands off. Allstott gets the call. Nothing up the middle. Always something in the middle from Hollywood with this McDonald's game break. Let's return to our James Brown at our Fox Television Center.
Kevin and Jerry, Cincinnati come from behind victory again, trailing by 5 with 40 seconds left. Pickens from Blake. A duo that was hot the second half of the season. They propel Cincy to victory 24-21. Back to Kevin Harlan and Jerry Glanville.
A lot of people have Cincinnati picked in the Central.
I think they have excellent talent. In fact, they had excellent talent there for a couple years, and now they're learning how to play.
2nd down 9. Allstott picked up just a yard on that 1st down play, and Dilfer gets a block from Allstott and throws, and it's almost picked off, and there goes a flag at the 30-yard line. They were looking for Rob Thomas.
Boy,
Rod Woodson was right there.
Woodson drove that ball. Rod Woodson jumped on that route. He saw the curl before the receiver, but I think they're going to say he hit his back too soon. But a nice job. That's the best I've seen Woodson look since he's been with his football team. He didn't look that good in the preseason, but Rod jumped that route.
Well, he had a bad back most of the preseason.
Back spasms. Ever have a back spasm?
Well, I have one every Sunday in this booth.
Pass interference on the defense. Number 26. That's an automatic 1st down.
Jerry, and they're playing in the corner as opposed to in the safety position.
Right. A lot of people thought he had to watch him drive the route. Oh, that's kind of picky uni sheriff officials. Don't forget this is their first game, too. That, to me, he was coming around the corner there.
It's a 1st down for Tampa, trailing 3-0. 48 seconds to play in the 1st quarter. The handoff goes to that bulldozing fullback Allstott, who picks up 5 on 1st down.
When you first meet this guy, you think he's a blocking fullback. You think this guy, the way he's built and the way he talks, he's a weightlifter. You think here's a guy that's like a guard back there. But really, his skills are running the football. He's not a great blocker. He's not as good a blocker as William Floyd is.
And a good receiver led him in receiving a season ago. 2nd down 5 from the 34. Winding down the 1st quarter. Ward Dunn, the rookie and a 12th round pick, or 12th pick overall in the 1st round out of Florida State, takes it for a gain of about a yard.
And Tim McDonald just came flying from the secondary. We've been talking about the safeties on the other side. Great hit by Tim McDonald.
And time has expired here in the 1st quarter. That's the end of the 1st quarter with the score San Francisco 3 and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers nothing. We return to Tampa following these messages. Steve Young still under observation on the sideline.
Well, I look at his helmet. He has not taken that helmet off. And when you wear a helmet, the player gets to choose what type of insides he wants. I wonder what type of helmet he has. He got stunned there with not a big kick. And there's about 5 different choices. So I hope the team doctor and the trainer make him pick a better insides on his helmet. I don't know what he's wearing, a Rydell or a Wilson, but you can pick different types of padding for that helmet.
We begin the 2nd quarter with a 3rd and 7 by Dilfer, who's going to maneuver his tight end in the backfield from the 31.
He just made it audible. Changed the play.
Dolman got back, and Dilfer gets back. He needs to get to the 39. That could be a loose ball, and it's recovered at the 31. Let's see if they knock it down at the 32, and they do. Nonetheless, San Francisco's defense holds again. Great play by Chris Dolman, and Tampa Bay has got a punt.
Chris Dolman is one guy in the preseason I thought played real hard. Had an excellent game against Jacksonville. Dilfer nowhere to throw. As he's running, he decides to throw, and that'll bring the ball out when he hits the ground. They're calling the ground can't cause a fumble, and it did at that point. So the ball stayed. They got a punt block on. There's no way. 49ers haven't blocked a punt since I was in the 6th grade, but they're faking a punt.
That's a long time.
That's a long. They're not. Look at them. They won't even try.
Tommy Barnhart gets it high and long, and Hani Uwezike gets it from the 20. There goes a flag as he tumbles to the 25-yard line, and we'll see what that flag is all about after the punt of 48 yards and the return of 5 by Uwezike.
Uwezike?
Uwezike. He's been a nice player. They're building up some nice young receivers. Of course, the heir apparent to both Rice and Taylor. Taylor since retired, and Rice is probably with the clock now on him.
We haven't mentioned J.J. Stokes yet. And J.J. had a good preseason.
Jeff Brom is back out on the field, and Young is still on the sideline for
Illegal
San
block
Francisco.
in the back, above the waist during the return. Number 23 of the receiving team. That's a 10-yard penalty. First down.
You know, the thing about these second receivers is they've got Rice, but they're begging for someone to step up. And Stokes has had injuries. He's broken a hand. He's dislocated the wrist. And he's had a bad case of the drop since he's been a first-round pick out of UCLA.
Plus, I think he looked lazy playing. I don't think he looked like an effort guy. And I got to meet with him, sit down and talk to him. What I liked in the preseason, he was blocking downfield. He was hustling. And I think the fact that he missed 2 seasons and had to watch, he realized how important football is. And maybe he'll get his want to and his hustle going a little bit better.
Well, you know they liked him when they drafted him. They traded 4 draft choices to move up and get him out of UCLA. With their own 15, it's a 1st and 10 handoff, and this goes to William Floyd. 22 months since his reconstructive knee surgery. He picks up a couple yards.
Nice hit. Now, this is physical. That's what you're going to like about Tampa Bay. And what gives physicalness to the 49ers is William Floyd. He is a tough guy, and he's going to run full speed, no for a doubt. Watch the impact. Wow. I'll buy a ticket and see that kind of thing.
Melvin Johnson did the stick.
Melvin Johnson. Hello, Melvin.
2nd down, 7. A lot of ball control by San Francisco. And back up, Jeff Brom is in there for the injured Steve Young. Screen pass set up, Garrison Hurst to the 20, and he picks up 2, and that sets up 3rd down and about 5.
They came with that package. They come with 2 tight ends. They send a tight end in motion. Watch how clever Mariucci's going to be. And then they screen the side that the tight end's going to. Here's Jonesy. He's going to go loop-de-doop. And then after all these people release, you're going to see Garrison Hurst slide out the same way that the motion went, trying to clean out so there's nobody there to pick up the screen. Nice scheme and nice defensive reaction. Rufus Porter came in there through his body. Really didn't make a tackle, made a leg cut.
3-0 San Francisco. 3rd down and 4. Tampa Bay in the dime secondary. And the 3rd catch today by Jerry Rice. And the 2nd time he is held without a first down. Caught it at the 23, went to the 24. The 2 yards shy, and Hardy Nickerson authored that hit.
And he's the spiritual leader of this team. Why throw a ball like that when it's not a first down? Because Rice has always been able to run well after the catch. Well, you don't run over Hardy Nickerson, even if your name is Rice.
Tommy Thompson will punt again.
Got his shoe on, too. Had his shoe off.
Yeah, that's right.
He put his shoe on. He remembers that.
Carl Williams, D-back, who was a rookie free agent sensation last year with the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Thompson gets it high, and Williams under it. At the 31. And Williams breaks by 1 tackler and gets to the 38 after a punt of 47 yards by Tommy Thompson. 30-yard field goal by Gary Anderson is all the scoring we've had. It's San Francisco 3-0.
Brought to you by Texaco, a world of energy. By Nike. By Visa, the official card of the NFL. It's everywhere you want to be. www.visa.com. And by Snickers. Not going anywhere for a while? Grab a Snickers. Hungry? Why wait?
Well, the 49ers, when they got Kevin Green, hoped that it would not be a day at the beach for opposing offenses. We have not seen him much so far, and we hope maybe that we'll see him in this defensive series for San Francisco. From their own 38, Tampa Bay trailing 3-0. Has it 1st down and 10. On his feet still and escaping is Trent Dilfer, who slides to the 40-yard line. Picks up 2 on the scramble. Ken Norton Jr. leveled him.
And I will say this about the defense for the 49ers, playing much better than they did in the preseason. You got to watch out about good teams in the preseason. Some of them just try to get it over with. And I think they're back to playing with some more enthusiasm. And I shouldn't say the whole defense, because I think Chris Dolman played as good as I've ever seen him play against Jacksonville. But the rest of the people are sort of sleepwalking. And now they got them all playing pretty good. In fact, Tim McDonald's playing excellent. Here he is walking up on the line of scrimmage. That's him right there.
2nd down and 8. Allstott still on his feet, and he takes it near the 45 and picks up 4 when he probably should have gained about 4 inches.
That's called running after contact. You got to love Allstott, even if you're a 49er fan. This guy runs after contact. You can't get him down without a full-speed tackle. 250 pounds, fully grown. Wow. He's going to hurt somebody.
Fully grown.
Fully grown. His parents are here. His parents have never missed a game of him playing in college or pro football.
They're down in 4, 1 of 3 on third downs today. Tampa Bay, and it's Warwick Dunn, the rookie, and he is short of the first down by about a yard. So it's 4th down and 2, and on comes the punting unit of Tampa Bay. And again, San Francisco's defense has forced the Buccaneers to go for a second consecutive punt.
How about that play selection? How about 3rd and 3? 3rd, and you're running. This is pro football now. You know, you're not coaching Army or Navy. That play selection cannot make it in the NFL. I'm surprised the crowd didn't turn on somebody.
Tommy Barnhart will punt for Tampa Bay, and he weighs a kick. He's back for San Francisco. 3-0 with 9:45 to play in the second quarter from hot and humid Tampa, Florida. Barnhart. And Owezike calls for the fair catch at the 19-yard line. A position that was previously held by Dexter Carter. 3-0 San Francisco. San Francisco leads 3-0, led by quarterback Jeff Brom, who has not missed a receiver. He has gone 5 of 5 since taking the place of the injured Steve Young. Young was whacked by a knee on a tackle in the first series for San Francisco. Still woozy, still under observation on the sideline. On the 20-yard line, 1st down and 10 yards to go. Garrison Hurst stuck and stopped by Rufus Porter, the former New Orleans Saint. I like this Tampa Bay defense.
Oh, they swarm and chase you. Now, if you look at Mariucci, he told us if something happened to Young and Young got hurt, he would have a new list of plays for Brom. There it is. He says there was going to be a new list, that they were going to change the offense. You can see the quarterback coach staring at it. This man's out, so they have a, and I think they're doing the right thing there. They got new plays because this quarterback doesn't have the experience that, of course, Young does.
He lets each quarterback select the plays he would run if he were in there.
Excellent point. He says he lets the quarterback write down what he wants to do, so he has a new list because he has a new quarterback.
2nd down and 9, 3-0 San Francisco. And Brown with plenty of time and throws. He's hit every pass he has thrown today, and this time to Brett Jones for a 1st down at the 35 and a pickup of 14 yards.
Well, they'll call that a completion, but what makes a great quarterback is when a guy like Jones can stretch out and snatch this out of the air. This is not a great throw, but this is what happens when you're in the National Football League if you got good receivers. Watch Jones just hook up inside, and he threw it a little too high into the inside. He knew he was going to get hit hard. Wow, Artie Nickerson lit him up, but he hangs on to that ball. That's what makes good quarterbacks. Woo, that's what you're talking about, my partner.
5 different receivers for Jeff Brom. 1st and 10 from the 35. Hurst again. Here he goes. Garrison Hurst all the way to the 32 at Tampa Bay in a pickup of 33 yards.
They're running the sweep into the tight end side, but all the wide receivers are on the other side. So this is something brand new. What do the 49ers do? They always pull linemen, but they usually run to the... This is the short side. The wide receivers are out here. So this is brand new. And here comes Kevin Gogan, brand new guard that they brought along with him. And bam, they broke the sweep into the short side of the field.
Which is helping the passing game.
The 49ers on 1st down, Kevin, have run 8 times and passed none. That's not the 49ers we usually know.
And here's number 9 right here in Kirby. A gain of a couple yards. Terry Kirby running. That's little 2nd down. Right now for McDonald's Game Break, back to our Fox Television Center in Hollywood, and here's James Brown.
Kevin, an exciting conclusion to an overtime game today. Tennessee's Al Del Greco 33-yarder. That gives the Oilers the victory over the Raiders in OT. 24-21. Tennessee Oilers. Back to Kevin Harlan and my guy, Jerry Glanville.
Wow. Tennessee Oilers. That sounds funny, doesn't it?
2nd down and 8. Jeff Brom being chased by Sapp. Dumps it off underneath, and it's caught by William Floyd, who gets 5 to the 25, setting up 3rd down and 3. 6:20 remaining in the second quarter.
Well, the coach is helping this young quarterback. He's going to send all the wide receivers across the field and then run the screen out to the side where the receivers are left. Watch this wide receiver. Would you cover him? He's going to end up over there. He's going over there, and he's alone. There's a lot of lines. If you can follow that, I'm putting you into the 3rd grade.
I'm having a hard time right here.
Look at it. Look at it. But there's the, you gotta love Tampa's hustle. They stopped that play by people chasing and hustling. There's that new list, new quarterback.
1 of 4 on 3rd downs today for San Francisco.
Timeout.
3rd and 3, and they take a timeout. Jeff Brom will go to the sideline and talk things over with Steve Mariucci. It's a pretty important play coming up for the Niners, who lead 3-0. Pretty important play this early in the game with San Francisco at the 25 of Tampa Bay, leading 3-0. And Jeff Brom, who's been red hot, he's gone 7 of 7.
Well, they're making it easy for him. They're not giving him a lot of difficult passes, but he is performing. He is executing. Now they just changed the formation. They took Kirby out and brought Garrison Hurst in.
3rd down and 3 from the 25-yard line. 3-0 San Francisco.
Garrison Hurst didn't know the play because he got in the huddle late.
They've gone to Rice in the last 2 3rd downs. Let's see if Brom goes to him again, and there he goes. And this time he gets the first down to the 18-yard line. In the previous 2, he did not make the first down, shy by a couple. This time the incomparable Jerry Rice picks it up. He has 4 catches today.
Well, the route was deeper than the sticks. That's what they didn't do the last time. It's just a simple curl versus the zone. And everybody's got to close the zone, but he's already got the first down. Melvin Johnson for the Tampa did not break on that ball, did not drive on it hard enough, but the zone will not shut that down. You got to play man-to-man.
On the 18-yard line, 1st down and 10, and here's the reverse to Rice, and Sapp read it well, and it's a loose ball. There goes a fumble on the play, and a flag thrown on the play.
They're going to call Sapp for grabbing a hold of the face mask, and by no means was that intentional. He made a great play getting upfield, but your hand gets stuck sometimes some places you don't want it.
So Sapp has had 2 pretty interesting plays. He is already credited with the sack today of Steve Young, and this time he read the reverse to Rice very well.
He read it beautiful, but he got his hand in there.
Grasping the face mask on the defense, number 99. Half the distance to the goal.
Wow,
and an
that's
automatic
a penalty.
first down.
Half the distance to go. That's not intentional. But you never see a 5-yard penalty. If the official can give you 5 or he can give you 15. In this choice, he gave him half the distance, 15.
Well, they've lost Young, and they can't lose Rice.
No way. I think Rice will be okay. I'm not a doctor here, but it's real hot, and they're sweating, and they're kind of wore out. It'd be a good time to take a break.
How does a guy who weighs almost 300 pounds move that quick in the backfield? Talking about Sapp.
Well, you look at the whole front 7 for this Tampa Bay team. They can run, they can play, and the defense has got to carry this team because I don't think they're going to open it up and play pass ball on offense.
It looks like they're
looking at an ankle or
looking
knee.
at the ankle or knee on Rice in his left leg.
See, it isn't the face mask, it's the body twisted. So watch and see if the body gets twisted. The face mask is there. Without his right knee. No, both shoes are up in the ground. He didn't get a foot stuck in the ground, but he's got a hitch in his get along getting out of there.
Another San Francisco injury.
The Green Bay-Philly matchup is putting everyone on edge. Favre will be throwing into the teeth of that Eagle D as Ricky Waters looks to bust one open.
But handling this kind of intensity is what makes us professionals.
Fox NFL Sunday next week at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check local listings.
Jerry Rice is out. Uwezike is in. 8th play of the San Francisco drive, led by backup quarterback Jeff Brom, who has gone 8 of 8 throwing the ball from the 14 of Tampa Bay. Garrison Hurst losing maybe even a half yard on the play. You know, Jerry, this was one of the great red zone offenses in the NFL. Number 4 in 1995, dropping all the way to number 21 last year in red zone scoring.
And I think what they tried to do there is go back to that formation. This is the wide side of the field, but both wideouts are this way, and they tried that sweep, which was successful early. But a good job by the Tampa Bay defensive end. Chidi Ahanatu is right there.
There it is, a team that was amongst the best in the early 90s, coming off one of the worst performances from that offense last year in 1996. Second down and 11. Rom, 8 of 8. Triple sack on the play. The third sack recorded by Tampa Bay, Brad Culpepper.
Boy, we talked to Brad Culpepper. Here's a guy that the Minnesota Vikings cut, and all he does is play every down like a big-time football player, all-out effort, and he's excited because he's not in there on pass downs or no. He got to get in there and get a sack. He's number 77. Little fake, little twist. He came all the way from the outside. He's not great speed, but big-time effort guy. Getting help from Reagan Upshaw.
3rd and 21. 10th play of the San Francisco drive. Niners lead it 3-0.
4 wide receivers again, Kevin.
Possible blitz. There goes a flag, and there goes Braun, who moves up, and then he's hit again. Down he goes at the 30-yard line. The 4th sack today by Tampa Bay, pending the outcome of the penalty.
Well, that flag came before the ball was snapped, so that will be against the offense. That has to be illegal motion. Somebody moving in the line probably read the blitz and tried to get out of there.
There was no play prior to the snap. Delay of game on the offense. 5-yard penalty, still 3rd down.
Jerry, this offensive line still very much a work in progress. A lot of injuries. No Chris Dahlman, who's usually their starting center. They got Jesse Sapolo back, but he may just be a Band-Aid. No Harris Spartan, who this year will be the starting left tackle. I mean, this team has been decimated up front.
But I can't call Jesse a Band-Aid. He plays too hard, plays too long. Jesse Sapolo is a football player. I don't know why they didn't get rid of him. They got rid of him at one time. He's a guy that they cut, and he came back with the heart surgery, has a heart murmur. You can't call him a Band-Aid, buddy.
3rd down and 26. Terry Kirby, well shy of the first down. They needed to get inside the 5-yard line. He moves it up just a bit now for Gary Anderson, who will try another field goal. That was a gain of 7 by Terry Kirby.
And that play was designed just to make the field goal shorter. They didn't want to get the ball intercepted. They're protecting this young quarterback. So they ran the draw to make up for a shorter field goal for Anderson.
They've taken Jerry Rice inside the San Francisco locker room for observation. This will be a 40-yard field goal attempt by Gary Anderson. Plenty of distance, and he nails it, and San Francisco is on top 6-0. So Tampa Bay's defense holds once again, limiting San Francisco to just 3 when it really could be 14-0.
And we got to go back to the point you were making about the San Francisco offense in the red zone. Again, not like they used to be in '95.
There's George Stewart, special teams coach, and the special teams have vastly improved for San Francisco since his arrival from Tampa Bay. Well, of course, many of you are very familiar with the tragedy in Paris earlier this morning, the death of Princess Diana. Tonight on Fox, Lady Di, the People's Princess, at 7 p.m. Eastern and Pacific times. I spent most of the night watching a lot of the coverage from Fox and Sky Television, Fox's sister network in the UK.
Well, the car looked terrible. I saw the engine roll all the way back to the driver's compartment.
Tommy Thompson will be kicking off from the 30-yard line for San Francisco, and again, that bare foot is ever present.
How would you like to be the guy in charge of getting him a sock? When he comes off from here, he has to holler, "Sock!"
The sock man.
The sock man. So when he goes to punt, he's got to get a sock. Put that shoe on.
Carl Williams is deep back. He made the team last year as a rookie free agent, surprised everybody, and now is a starter. They are without today their other wide receiver for the Buccaneers, Horace Copeland. He had a knee twinge and a hamstring problem Wednesday in practice, and he is out today, and they could use him in the worst way. So Thompson's kickoff is taken by Williams. They come out of the end zone from a yard deep for the Buccaneers. And Williams returns it out to the 22-yard line, and that's where Trent Dilfer will get it once again.
An excellent coverage. Here's a guy that just picked up swats from the Dallas Cowboys. They wanted more special teams coverage, and again, The 49ers covered kickoffs as good as Tampa. They're both 1 and 2 in kickoff coverage, and Swans was as good as anybody. Went the Pro Bowl for the Cowboys.
Dilfer today has run the ball a great deal with his backs and only passed twice, which to me is amazing.
Well, I think they're telling a story there that they don't have enough confidence in yet to open it up and just throw that football. Here's 4 wide receivers, though.
And 5 defensive backs, and the handoff goes to Warwick Dunn. This is what he did all preseason long. The rookie spins his way to the 38, picks up 14, and gets a first down. Tackle made by Marquez Pope.
Well, they're going against a 2-minute situation, and they thought they were going to throw with 2 minutes left, but it was an inside run. Watch the quarterback, little draw. Nice block by Jason Odom and George Diaz on the right side. They wiped the 3-man rush all the way down inside.
First and 10 for Dilfer, just his 3rd attempt today, and he dumps it off underneath. Caught by Dunn. His first catch as a pro. Tim McDonald makes the stop, a gain of 3, and that sets up 2nd down as we hit the 2-minute warning.
And Kevin Green's in the game. Here's Kevin Green's first play. What does he do? He gets a hand on the quarterback. Kevin Green rushing up on Jason Odom. He beats him on around the back door and grabs a hold of the quarterback.
2-minute warning. San Francisco on 2 field goals as Steve Young looks like he's trying to shake the cobwebs free. With Jerry Glanville, Kevin Harlan, Tampa, Florida, San Francisco leads on 2 Gary Anderson field goals. And coming up on the Dockers halftime, JV and Terry will bring you scores and highlights from around the National Football League. A busy day with a lot of surprises. It's all coming up next on the Dockers Khakis halftime. Kevin Green is in, zeroing in on Dilfer, who faces 2nd down and 7.
Blitz, a blitzing in the 2-minute situation.
Here comes Woodson, they blow it dead. They Green back in coverage that time, blitzing Woodson from the side.
They're bringing Woodson off the slot side, but I think he came before the ball was snapped.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense. Number 85, 5 yards, still 2nd down.
Riedel Anthony, the rookie from Florida, number 1 pick.
Wide receiver has no right being offside. He has to stare inside and see the ball snap before he leaves. Wide receiver offsides at halftime, you got to get his attention. Take away his big orange. Don't let him enjoy halftime.
2nd down and 12.
Go, 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 go!
Little screen pass caught by Dunn and put down and ridden down like a rodeo cowboy by Kevin Green, who makes his first tackle in a San Francisco uniform.
And that's what they got him for. You watch a guy hustling. He's going to come off the right tackle, but he reads it and smells it. Here he is, 91. He's on the pass rush. He's on a loop inside, sees the screen. Think he's played before? Think he's seen this play? There he is.
Niners take another timeout as you see Green. How happy was this team and Steve Mariucci to get him?
I don't know. I don't know when you say team. Maybe some of the defensive players weren't happy that he came. I think that only they know that. But I know this guy's a player. I know this guy brings spirit. He loves to play. And I think your teammates end up liking you when they find out you helped them win.
And the first time, Jerry, in his career that he has played in a 43 defense as opposed to his normal 34 defense.
One time when he was with the Rams, they had a defensive coordinator. I think his name was Fritz Schumer or somebody. And they tried to play him in a 4-3, and he was absolutely awful. And he wasn't very good at that. I can remember that because I was coaching against him in Atlanta.
One of the big stories late in this week was that when he was let go by Carolina, he still owed that team, because of all the penalties for missing training camp and preseason, some $292,000 in fines. And supposedly Carolina sent a letter to San Francisco and said, we expect this money to be paid, but once you cut that player, you don't have any right to that money.
Well, what Carolina did there is they wasted 32 cents sending that letter. They're not going to get their fine money when he's not there. They can wrap that one up.
That's why you never send me any mail.
Oh, I got one stamp left. I'm saving it for somebody better than you.
3rd down and 11 for Dilfer. Being chased by Green. Getting a block from Odom. And Dilfer, who needs to get to the 46, throws and has the first down, and the catch is made. Carl Williams. He ran about 55 yards, but he picks up 15 on the pass and a first down.
And Dilfer was running for his life there from Kevin Green. He did escape, and he did make a good throw. Put the ball right on the money. Don't forget, Dilfer's had a ball dropped on, and they should have had another catch. And there's Green. Green's too old to chase this long. When the play goes ahead, too old and too hot. Both feet in, shoved out.
Buccaneers trail 6-0, minute and a half to play in the first half. Here comes Dilfer on 1st and 10. They go underneath, and he throws a pass, working on Marquez Pope. It's caught by Riedel Anthony in a pickup of 7.
And that ball was down and away. The only thing could happen, it had to be caught. It could not be intercepted. Down and away, they're not huddling. They're in the 2 minutes. That's a big drive for Tampa. They can get even a field goal on the board.
2nd down and 3. Green is blocked. Dilfer moves up and going deep, and he's got a receiver. No flag, incomplete, going for Riedel Anthony.
Well, he got tripped, but he couldn't have caught it anyway. So the crowd's booing, but even though he got tripped up, the ball was uncatchable. It was out of the back of the end zone. And Jim Pine, the left guard, he laid some wood in there. He decided he's going to protect his quarterback. Here's the ball. It's overthrown. Watch the... He grabs a hold of him, trips him, but watch where the ball lands. The ball lands back here, so the official says no flag. If the ball lands here, it's a penalty there. Welcome to the National Football League.
Now 3rd and 3 as Pope will zero in on Carl Williams. 6-0 San Francisco, under a minute to play in the first half. Here comes Green. There goes a flag, and here he dumps it off underneath and goes for Rob Thomas, a journeyman wide receiver with Kansas City and Seattle. Dilfer would like to take a time. Darnell Walker makes the stop.
But they like Rob Thomas because of his quickness. He's got great foot speed. You used to see him in Kansas City. Flag against the 49ers.
Well, last year the 49ers set a personal team record.
Offside.
Penalties in one season.
Number
Most
91.
penalties they've ever had in the Houston 49ers was last year.
Penalty was on Green for offsides.
Well, he hadn't been to any practice. Here's his feet. Watch his feet. He just showed up after the trade. Oh, man.
It's pretty quick.
I don't believe that's a good call. The officials' first game, too. They need to go home and practice. Of course, I was always critical of officials.
There you see the timeouts. 7th play of the drive. 1st and 10 for Tampa Bay. Dilfer. And he goes for his tight end, Jackie Harris, and it's loose. And Marquez Pope has it for San Francisco. The game's first turnover, and the Niners force it as Marquez Pope returns it back to the 18.
Well, he got hit real hard. He had to catch. The ball never touched the ground. The ball pops right out of the receiver's hands. Marquez Pope is right there.
And it is an interception.
You could call it a catch and a fumble. There's a catch. There's a Hanks. Always Hanks. Merton Hanks always hitting. Good stick by Merton Hanks. Knocks it right into Martin. Saves the day for the 49ers.
Downstairs, they have just changed it to a fumble.
That's what they ought to change it to.
Jeff Brom, who still is in place of the injured Steve Young on the sideline, a bit woozy from a first series hit to the head. As Kirby in the backfield from the 18. 4 receivers deployed. The handoff goes to Kirby, who slips the tackle almost at Nickerson. The Nickerson finally brings him down after a gain of 5 and a quick timeout. Nope. I thought they looked like they're going to signal for a timeout, then they held back.
No, they're going to run it here. Even with the 4 wides, they're going to run it again. They're just trying to get out of here being ahead 6-0.
Brom, who's gone 8 of 8, facing 2nd down and 5, now goes 9 of 9. He hits Kirby, who lunges ahead for the first down. Tackle made by Derek Brooks, who's at the 31.
Brooks hanging on to his ankle so they don't get to run another play.
Rice is in the locker room injured. He had a leg injury on a certain play, cutting across the middle, and there's a loose ball.
Why would he throw it? That's a stop the clock play.
And he had 1 timeout remaining.
There's a guy that doesn't know what's going on. He threw the ball down to stop the clock when they're trying to get out of the half.
1 timeout remains, and San Francisco leaves that on the board. Tampa Bay leads 2, but the only numbers that remain now are San Francisco 6, Tampa Bay nothing at the half. JB and Terry will be along from the Fox Television Center with the Doctor's Khaki halftime report and an update of the Princess Di tragedy after these messages.
There's Warren Sapp there. He's on the chase. He doesn't injure the quarterback, but he is chasing him for a sack. And watch the helmet of Young as Hardy Nickerson right there hits him with his left knee. On the next play, Warren Sapp feels a reverse by Rice. Always been a good runner on the reverse play. And he gets his hand caught in the face mask or cage. And they were looking at something on Rice's ankle or knee on the leg. You see him grab his left knee right there.
Well, there's Rice, who went 2-2 when he was taken out. And then taking Rice's place was a young quarterback named Jeff Brom, who has gone 9 of 9. So San Francisco quarterbacks today have gone 11 of 11 through the air. And here's the kickoff by Tommy Thompson for the second half. Williams from the 5-yard line for Tampa Bay. And he takes it out near the 30-yard line. And so Trent Dilfer in the offense for the Buccaneers will get pretty good beginning field position, trailing 6-0. And through 30 minutes of football, here are the numbers in the first half.
These numbers show you what's going on. It's a low-scoring game. I think the surprise for me is San Francisco has 17 rushing attempts compared to Tampa Bay's 12. I would have thought Tampa Bay would add more rushing attempts, than San Francisco, but it's not working out that way because they're keeping the ball. San Francisco's keeping the ball for longer drives.
The Buccaneers will start at the 31-yard line. First down and 10 yards to go, and the handoff goes to Warwick Dunn. And he squirts through and picks up 3 yards on the play before being brought down by Gary Plummer, who is not supposed to start this season. Kevin Mitchell is a young kid they've been bringing along, but Plummer, with all of his intensity and all of his ability, was able to snatch that job right back.
Well, the thing about Plummer, he doesn't run good, he doesn't time good, but what he does do is find the football. We talked to Wayne Walker, who does the 49ers on the radio. He says all Plummer does is find the football and make the play.
Slight concussion for Steve Young. We've just been told he is out for the rest of today. Rice is out also with a left knee injury. Second down and 7, an incompletion. Tremendous pressure put on the quarterback by Gary Plummer. We were just talking about him.
Gary Plummer's a guy that they'd like to get younger, faster, quicker players, but he's the guy that keeps playing hard, comes right off the block. Ooh, good stick. He hit Dilfer full load. Watch his face. No blinking here. Eyes open, head up. Good legal hit. That'll give you a back spasm.
So Rice is out. Young is out. So an opportunity now for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers facing 3rd down and 7. Corner blitz. Dilfer gets out of it. Hit by Walker and brought down. First San Francisco sack today of the quarterback, and Darnell Walker, who comes in dime situations, pass coverage situations, makes the sack.
And he's blitzing off the corner, off the slot, and Dilfer still struggling as the quarterback for Tampa. They had another quarterback here that struggled a little bit too, Kevin.
Named Steve Young.
Steve Young, when he was there, he won 2 football games.
Run by Tommy Barnhart. Deep back is Owezike on the 31-yard line. And he runs sideways, and down he goes. Pretty good coverage by Tampa Bay special teams. They were all over him, and leading the brigade was Shelton Quarles.
And one thing about all their coverage teams, they're all in the top 5 or 6 when the year is over.
Flag thrown back at the 19-yard line.
Looked like a holding, perhaps on the punting team.
Well, the Niners have been penalized 4 times today, coming off a season where they set a team record for penalties, and that was something that was stressed in training camp this year. Stay away from the penalties.
Holding on the kicking team by the wingback. 10-yard penalty. Repeat. 4th down.
And this one is on the Buccaneers. Quarles picks that up. Then Tommy Barnhart has been around. He's played with New Orleans and Carolina. He's been around. In every place he's been, he's had great success.
I couldn't believe the Panthers let him go, but I talked to him on the practice field. He said all they wanted me to do was punt for $100,000 a year. And when he was with New Orleans, he made New Orleans defense by keeping the opposing teams in deep trouble. This guy's a big-time Major League punter. Got to meet his mom and dad. They drove down from North Carolina to see the boy do his thing.
Barnhart's punt high and long, driving Owezike back some 23 yards. He takes it back at the 27-yard line. There goes Owezike to the 41. Nice return after a 58-yard punt. Owezike brings it back 14. So we'll see Jeff Brom the rest of the way, at least it would appear, with his Niners leading 6-0.
Fox NFL Sunday is brought to you by Budweiser, Beechwood Aged for a crisp, clean, classic taste. By Pizza Hut, home of the new Supreme Pizza with 6 very generous toppings. By Levi's Jeans, they go on. And by American Express, wherever you are, whatever you're doing, American Express helps you do more.
Niners began the day with Steve Young as their quarterback, Rice and Stokes as wide receivers. All 3 are gone. Now it's Jeff Brom, Owezike, and Owens. First down and 10. And that's almost picked off by Donnie Abraham. Incomplete pass. Up to that time, Brom had gone 8 of 8 throwing the football. It sets up second down and 10. It was intended for Owezike.
Well, what Donnie Abraham was doing, Kevin, is reading the quarterback, and it went a 2-step drop. 1-2 throw. Watch your quarterback, a 1-2 set throw. So now Donnie drove the route. Donnie Abraham said, I'm going to go get the ball. And boy, he should have had that.
He was the surprise of last year's draft. Led all NFL rookies with 4 interceptions last year. Second and 10 handoff to Hurst. Nothing going there. He had a long run in the first half, Hurst did. 15 yards at one time, 33 yards the next time. That time he stopped in his tracks, and that sets up third down and about 8.
Brad Culpepper just keeps playing hard. He's the guy that stops the inside run with effort. I asked him if he was surprised. He was cut at Minnesota. Well, guess who the defensive coach was at the Vikings when he got cut?
Tony Dungy.
Tony Dungy. And he said Tony Dungy met him in the hall. He said, somewhere at another time I'll get to coach you again. And here they are, united here in Tampa Bay.
And he's starting for him. Third down and 9 for San Francisco. Brown, pretty good time, and right on the money with this pass, caught by Owezike, who takes it down to the 40-yard line and picks up 18 yards. Brom has been absolutely terrific today.
And he beat his own dog. They bring all kinds of people and drop different people. What you see is not what you're going to get. All these people are going to drop, but there's going to be nobody on this hash. This player jumped that route, and that opened it up. And it's a bad job by, of all people, Derek Brooks. You got to stay in your zone, and the quarterback did a good job of looking Derek Brooks on.
And he's hit 6 different receivers in that 10 of 11 days. Kirby in the backfield here. First down and 10 yards to go from the 40-yard line. Kirby to the 36. Gain of about 4.5. Culpepper again was there.
And a good run block by Tim Hanshaw. He went after his man. He tried to tear his head off. Glad to see Hanshaw coming back in there and playing hard.
Twice released by San Francisco.
Well, that play there, you'd have been proud of him. He tried to finish his guy off, tried to bury him.
First NFL start today. Began football late. Went on a Mormon mission to Sweden.
That doesn't sound like a bad assignment.
Maybe you should take him up on it sometime.
I'll go to Sweden.
Second down and 7 handoff to Garrison Hurst. And a couple of yards.
And they're moving the pile. The whole line moved the Tampa Bay defensive line. So they're coming off the ball. Didn't see this in preseason. There's Henshaw. He's got a hold of Reagan Upshaw, getting him out of the way.
He's one of the cornerstones of Tampa Bay's defense. Henshaw really should be backing up Harris Barton, but Barton's injured now for maybe the first month of the year. They're doing a pretty good job today. Third down and 4 on the Buccaneer 34. Brown moving up, needs to get to the 30. There's a fumble on the play, and it's loose and recovered by Kirby at the 31, and not enough for a first down. So it's 4th down and about the length of the football. And that'd be a pretty long kick for Gary Anderson should he get in there. He's never kicked one on grass.
Well, what you saw,
over 50 yards.
What Tampa Bay did that time, that was 4 wide receivers, Kevin, and they played the man-to-man. And we keep emphasizing the zone the 49ers have been beating them, and they came man-to-man, and we were able to stop them that time. The quarterback almost rushed for a first down, and then the fumble almost gave him a first down. If the ball would have rolled another yard, Kirby would have had a first down.
Niners are going to go for it on 4th down and a couple. William Floyd and Garrison Hurst will be in the backfield. It's 6-0 San Francisco with 9:45 in the 3rd quarter.
You got on defense, you got to be aware they may not hike it. You can't jump off sides with a long count.
Clark and Jones are the 2 tight ends. Owens on the move. There goes a flag, and down goes
Culpepper.
Brad Culpepper again was there.
Culpepper, what an all-out effort guy. It's a guy we got the interview because of the effort we saw on film.
Now we'll have to see what this flag is about. Down at the 33-yard line. As Hardy Nickerson is slow to get up.
Prior to the snap, false start, offense, number 85. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
85 is a rookie, Greg Clark.
Well, really, that hurts Tampa Bay. Tampa Bay, you know, now they'll go on and punt the football. 49ers will punt. Tampa Bay would like that penalty. You don't get a choice. You don't get a chance to accept the penalty or turn it down. The false start ended the play. Uh-oh, somebody just picked up a flag and threw it. Now, Tampa Bay said something they shouldn't have said. They're going to penalize Hardy Nickerson for saying something.
They have to separate William Floyd and Nickerson, and these are shades of what happened to San Francisco in a game they played against Carolina last year, but they said that, you know, not being intense, the press criticizes them. When they are intense, the press is all over it.
And that was a good point brought up by, let's see what he's going to say. I think this is against Nickerson for saying something.
Between downs, we have unsportsmanlike conduct on the defense, number 56. 15 yards, automatic first down.
Oh, what a huge penalty against the Tampa Bay Buccaneers.
And he's on the sideline. They may have thrown him out of the game. I didn't see an ejection. That kills you. Here you got him in a 4th down. No, he's not out of the game. He's going back in. He was upset. And I think he got penalized for saying something to the officials on the call.
Which the official didn't like.
No. They'll get your attention. When I saw him throw that flag between downs, you're going to get penalized. What a change of events here for the 49ers.
So a big penalty on Tampa Bay. 1st and 10. The drive is still alive for the San Francisco 49ers from the 21-yard line. And here's the pitch out. Brown to Garrison Hurst to the 19 and a pickup of 2.
Now, I believe that was Warren Sapp. You talk about a guy playing. Coming down the line of scrimmage. They're running a quick toss sweep. There's the big man getting his face and his arm in front.
On the verge of superstardom. 2nd down and 8. Floyd to the 16, and that will set up 3rd down and 5 with 8.5 to play in this 3rd quarter.
And I heard all the physical contact up here. We're way up here in this stadium, and you could hear Floyd and everybody smacking, Lynch getting in on that, and now this has turned into a pretty good physical football game.
About 2 years ago, blew the knee and played with the brace when he came back last year. No brace this year, though, as you'll notice on his knee.
He said he wanted to get into practice, get into camp, and never wear a brace and get his confidence back that he could be what he used to be.
9th play of the San Francisco drive, 3rd down and 5. On the Tampa Bay 17. Knocked down by Warren Sapp. Incomplete pass intended for Hurst, and that was a drive that was authored by Sapp.
And a busted coverage. If the ball's not slapped down, they have the slot back in the flat wide open, and Derek Brooks busted the coverage, and they had nobody covering where the ball was going. Watch this slot. This linebacker's supposed to be on him. Is he wide open? And they were saved by Warren Sapp slapping that ball down.
Gary Anderson. They lost Jeff Wilkins, and they signed Anderson. He tries a 34-yard field goal, and it hits the upright. And it hit previous field goals today from 30 and 40 yards. So both kickers have hit the uprights today on the same side of the field. Yet San Francisco still leads it 6-0. The Buccaneers dodged a bullet after the 15-yard penalty on Nickerson.
Well, real bad play by Nickerson, but his buddies, a guy named Warren Sapp came in there, and he made the big plays, and he saved his buddy Derek Brooks. And so you got team defense. Everybody's trying to help everybody, and they dodged a bullet from a dumb play.
With a missed field goal by Anderson, Tampa Bay takes over at their own 25, and right to work goes Craig Dilfer, and he's going deep, and he's got a receiver, Carl Williams. And he catches it on the play to the San Francisco 21.
And I really like like what I just saw with Trent Dilfer. He got a lineman, told him to get his butt going. That you only have X amount of seconds to get off the next play. A long play like this is often followed by a penalty. Because you got to get the, and he got a hold of the lineman and said, get up and get going. We got to get the next play going.
Maybe the biggest play of the game.
Watch the play action. Tried to suck him up, and he threw this a country mile. No pressure on the quarterback because the play action.
On the San Francisco 21, first down and 10 yards to go, all stops. Right at 15 and picks up 5.
Wow, is he running hard, Kevin. And everybody's mad at Dilfer, and they forget what it's like to be a quarterback at Tampa. We talked about Young. Here's the comparisons. Young, look at his first 2 seasons. He was 3 and 16. Look at the percentages. Look at the interceptions. So it's not easy to be a quarterback here until you get better parts. But I think Dilfer now has some good parts around him, like All-Star.
And ironically enough, Dilfer's very first start was against Young in Candlestick in San Francisco back in '94.
Hand signals, that means he's changed the play. He just changed the play.
Second down and 5. Trailing 6-0 Buccaneers at the 15 of San Francisco. Brought down. Big rush put on Bryant Young, and a flag is down at the 6.
And that was a fake pump. You don't fake pump on Young if he's coming. Now, they play a defensive tackle position where they sit on a line of scrimmage. If they turn the tackle loose like Young, the fake pump, the quarterback will get sacked.
Another penalty on San Francisco.
I think they grabbed the receiver down there where that flag was. They must have grabbed the wideout.
Illegal contact. Defense, number 26.
Rod Woodson.
5 yards, automatic, first down.
Rod Woodson's playing the left corner, and on the fake pump, he must have thought he got beat. It'll be these 2 people. This is Rod Woodson. He was squatting. He caught him squatting, so he had to grab him. Well, I tell you what, though, those penalties, wow. That's not much of a bump for a penalty. You got to remember the corner has the right to his territory where he squatted.
Best field position today by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. First and goal from the 10. Rob Thomas comes in motion to the bottom of your screen. And Dilfer Held gets away from Young on the move, being chased by Parker, and gets all the way to the 4-yard line. Parker finally makes the stop.
Well, they just turned Bryant Young loose, and if they turn this 97 loose, he may be as good. They play too much on the line of scrimmage, but he's not playing on the line of scrimmage this time. Watch 97, Bryant Young, and he's not going to be reading. He's coming. And they can't stop him. Here he comes. George Diaz says, that's too much man for me. The problem when I watch the tackles for the 49ers, they play a flow on the line, and they play too soft. When they turn them loose, these 2 tackles are the best in the league.
Young just signed a huge contract extension earlier this week and playing like it today. Second down and goal from the 5. Niners 6-0 over Tampa Bay. Handoff, and it goes to the tight end / fullback, Patrick Heath.
The Holland fumble. The 49ers say they got it.
Already the Buccaneers have turned it over once today, and this would be death at the 3-yard line of San Francisco. And the body language will tell you that the Niners have gotten it. But no official word. Yeah, and here it goes. San Francisco has gotten it for a second time today against Tampa Bay, and very costly.
Unusual carry
by a rookie.
By a rookie tight end. The ball's out. The ball is out. He wasn't hit. The ball just came out.
So the Niners live to tell of another dodged bullet. They still lead it 6-0. Great.
Into a burning building 5 times to save her kittens. See this all-new story and more on the world's most incredible animal rescues 2, Monday at 8/7 Central.
This is a sight you don't often see, a sold-out house in Tampa cheering on a team trailing 6-0 to San Francisco. The worst starting position for the Niners today, and Garrison Hurst gains 4th, trying to give them some breathing space. Jerry, today the Tampa Bay Buccaneers have fumbled on the San Francisco 12, and last time on the San Francisco 5, and they are still in there plugging away.
Well, we thought Tampa Bay could win football games if they could find a way to score, and they haven't found that. That last play, they took a chance. They ran Lynch on a strong safety blitz, trying to get a sack in the backfield, hit the man. This time, the safeties are staying back.
Pretty even on total yards. 2nd down and 6. First again. Wiggling to the 11. And let's send it back to our Fox Television Center in Hollywood for this McDonald's game break. And here's James Brown.
Hey, Kevin and Jerry, those who may have written off Dallas early on, hey, folks, think again. Troy Aikman, a career high 4 touchdown tosses, 2 to the playmaker, Michael Irvin. Cowboys all over the Steelers, 37-7. Back to Kevin Harlan and Jerry Glanville.
I'd say Dallas made a statement today.
Well, what you got to do is quit watching preseason, because in the preseason they were terrible, just like the 49ers. You got to just say, don't watch it.
3rd and a long 4. Rom, who's had a great day passing, now no place to go, and gets away from Colt Pepper with a throw out of bounds. And the defense has held again.
The defense is reading their mail. They brought the free safety up. People don't do this. The free safety, he's going to walk up in here for the bootleg, and they shut down everything this young quarterback wants to do. Free safeties don't come up and take the back. There he is, and the quarterback says, where do I go? Nice defensive call. They're reading their mail.
Says that the postman's not able to deliver.
They got a punt block out. Talking about Tampa Bay.
They've already blocked Thompson once today.
Well, they're coming again. Oh, they're bringing a man off the corner.
Williams is back at the 45. Thompson awaits, and here comes the rush by the Buccaneers, and Thompson gets it away. Williams will just let it sail out of bounds, but great beginning field position for the Tampa Bay Buccaneers, who will start it at the San Francisco 37. It's 6-0 San Francisco, but the Buccaneers have grabbed the momentum. We're in the 3rd quarter. Rom has gone the entire way. Rice is gone. That's 2 of the most potent players on this team.
Well, he was walking pretty good. I sure hope he's not hurt bad, because he wasn't putting much weight on the crutches, but it is a left knee, and you sure hate to, even if you're not a 49er fan, you don't want to ever see Rice hurt. He's such a big part of the National Football League.
Buccaneers with their best beginning field position today from the 37 of San Francisco, 1st and 10. Warwick Dunn to the 36 and picks up about a yard. Folks, a reminder, this game is presented by authority of the National Football League and is intended for the private use of our audience. Any rebroadcast or other use of this telecast without the expressed written consent of the Tampa Bay Buccaneers and the NFL is prohibited.
You do a good job with it.
Well, you write it. You're the writer. You're the writer, and I'm the reader.
I got to say, on that last play, Merton Hanks, big-time hit. We got safeties on both sides that are coming after you.
Lowest scoring offense a year ago, shades of it today. 2nd down and 8. Dilfer for his 2nd option. Underneath he goes and completes the pass. Short of the 1st down. They say the ball is down after a gain of 3 to wide receiver Carl Williams. That sets up 3rd down and about 5.
Well, I've had young quarterbacks who coached him, and you don't want to get him in trouble, but you can't win unless you open it up and throw it. And I've been there. I've done both. And I feel bad for the Tampa Bay players, because they play so hard and they try hard, but you're not going to score until you're willing to throw on all downs.
Looking at these scores, when was the last time the Jets and Giants won the same weekend?
It was 1956. Did I win?
3rd down and 5 from the 33 for Tampa Bay. Dilfer again on the run, needs to get to the 28. Throws a pass. Was it enough yards? It's caught. Rob Thomas, and close to a 1st down at the San Francisco 27.
And in Dilfer's defense, his receivers let him down. He's in a scramble. He's running off to his left, and all the receivers stop the route. If the ball doesn't come, the route's got to go up. He's scrambling, and he stops, looking at the quarterback. If he doesn't throw it, you got to turn up and give him someplace to go deep. I think they got to have a scramble drill in practice. When Dilfer scrambles, one of those people or both of them got to break the route and take off. They were looking at the quarterback running. Come on, help the guy.
They're going to measure. I think it was just a marvel that he got both of his feet in bounds.
Was that Rob Thomas that caught that?
Rob Thomas caught it again. So it'll be 4th down and just about that much, about the length of a football.
Go for it.
1:55 to play in the 3rd quarter.
Come in there with 2 tight ends, 1 in motion. Give that ball to Allstott and find out how good Stubblefield and Young are. Let's go play.
They're pretty good.
They're pretty good. Test them at their strength. You may get knocked out.
You look at Dilfer, Tony Dungy, you know, coached against him when he was the defensive coordinator of the Minnesota Vikings, and Dilfer was in a state of disarray when Dungy arrived last year. He said, listen, I'm going to open up the job, and if you win it, you're my guy. He won it. He's been his guy, and Dungy has stuck with him, and over the last 11 games of last season, he was as effective a quarterback as there was in the NFL. 4th and inches, 3 tight ends. And a quarterback sneak with Dilfer, and it looks as though he's picked up the first down.
And that's what I like about Dilfer. I've had quarterbacks that are afraid to run a sneak. What gives Dilfer a chance to become something special is he has no fear. He's not afraid of anybody. He's messed up. He's made bad plays. He's not proud. But at least you got a guy with courage. If you got a guy with courage, you always got a chance, and he's got courage.
First start, as we said before, in October '94. Then in '95, Jerry, he had perhaps the worst season of any NFL quarterback in the history of the game. So he was at an all-time low when Dungy arrived. Today, pretty good day, 8 of 12 for 108 yards. They get the first down in the Dilfer sneak from the 27 of San Francisco. 52 seconds to play in the quarter. Dolman brings him not once but twice around, but can't bring him around and down. And the pass goes whistling away, incomplete.
Well, Dolman, Young, Stubblefield, Roy Barkley, they're too good for double pumps. They're trying to give you a pump and give you another throw. And your double pump has to be taken by your defensive line. So watch Dilfer, fake pump. Meanwhile, look at, here comes Dolman. And Dolman's one guy that I like playing in the preseason. And now Dilfer throws it away. I think you got to let him throw some quick stuff. Quit trying to do the double pump. Let him get rhythm. You don't get rhythm with a double pump. Especially with Dolman chasing.
Especially. 2nd down and 10 from the 27. Dilfer with time, knocked away. Merton Hanks got a hand on it as they were going for tight end Dave Moore. 3rd down and 9.
Something's changed for preseason. Both defensive tackles, Dana Stubblefield and Brian Young, are coming off the ball. I caught them in the preseason. One had screen or one was playing flow. Look at them. Look at them. Both running, coming upfield, chasing the quarterback. These 2 tackles are so good, you got to turn them loose. You got to let them go and let them play, and that's what's happening today.
They may turn Kevin Green loose. He just got back in the game. 3rd and 10.
It's a 5-man rush, Kevin.
Dilfer hit as he throws, and it's wide and incomplete. Looking on the sideline for Riedel Anthony, the rookie. Now it's 4th down. Michael Husted will come up and try a long field goal.
Watch the 5-man rush. It means it has to be man-to-man, and they'll come crawling. They'll do whatever they have to do. Now they're playing off the edge. You're not playing through a man. They're playing on his shoulder. That's what I did not see in the preseason, and you're going to get there if you take these people and say, play a corner. You don't have to run over a man.
Husted will try a 45-yard field goal. Barnhart will hold, and you can see that he missed already today from 32 yards, hit the upright.
Going the other way.
The wind is more of a crosswind from the far to the near side. And he misses again. But a flag has been thrown at the 28.
I think it's on the wingback. I think the wingback had to tackle a guy. Oh, offsides, 49ers.
Huge penalty. So now that makes it 4th down and 5. Now, do you go for it, or do you still try and move your guy up 5 yards?
Oh, you move up 5 unless you lost all hope of this kicker. Right now, they wish you would have taken the contract the 49ers.
That's right.
Have matched it.
San Francisco matched Tampa Bay matched the offer sheet of San Francisco.
Offsides on the defense, the left side of the line. 5-yard penalty, still 4th down.
That's more of a practice kick anyway, right? He's just trying to get a feel for the wind.
Left side. They call offsides here. Let's take a look at it, see what we can see. He left early. The outside man on the wing got out too quick.
So this will be from 40 yards. They move him up 5, and the wind still from the far to the near. And this time he gets it.
Third time's charm.
That's right. It was for Michael Husted, who puts Tampa Bay on the board for the first time today with 23 seconds remaining in the third quarter. A new game in Tampa. San Francisco 6 and the Buccaneers 3. There's former Cowboy Kenny Gans, who is back. His team is kicking off, and he starts from about a yard deep in the end zone and gets the momentum and runs with the kicker, Michael Husted. So Husted had just kicked the field goal 40 yards, kicks this one short, and Terrell Owens picks it up on the 10 and can go no further than the 16-yard line. That's where Jeff Brom and the San Francisco offense will take it today. Donnie Abraham, along with Bowie right there, number 23, making the stop. Well, this week on the Fox Saturday Baseball Game of the Week, the playoff race heats up when the National League powers collide as the Astros take on the Giants, plus other key matchups. Coverage begins 1/2 hour before the game within the zone, followed by all the action. Check your local listings for the game and time in your area. Steve Young is back in at quarterback. First time we've seen him since the first series of the game when he was knocked woozy. And on 1st and 10, he hands off to Garrison Hurst, who picks up 3. And why is Young coming back in?
Well, evidently, they think he's okay, that his head's okay. There's Lynch. Lynch came flying up. He's a missile from the secondary, just like Hanks, just like the safeties at the 49ers. But bringing this quarterback in.
We were told coming out of halftime he would not play anymore today, and Brom would take him the rest of the way.
Sometimes you look at the scoreboard and things change.
Well, that marks the end of the third quarter with San Francisco leading Tampa Bay 6-3. Fox NFL Sunday will continue after these messages from your local Fox station. How about that? How about him coming back in? We begin the fourth quarter with the 2nd and 7 handoff to Garrison Hurst. And a couple yards there. It'll be 3rd down and about 6. Steve Young is back in after we were told he was going to be out the remainder of the second half, and he's back in after getting knocked woozy in the first series of the game.
I'm surprised you bring him in to have 2 handoffs. With Jeff Brom on 1st down, they've had San Francisco 16 runs and 1 pass, but they did the same thing, with Young in. But here's 4 wide receivers, Kevin.
Young will be looking into the dime defense of Tampa Bay, and there goes the tackle, Kirk Strafford, moving. Probably pretty loud in that end of the field.
And Chidi Anana, who he just stood up and he pointed, he says, he's illegal, throw the flag.
Prior to the snap, ball starts, offense.
So it's on the offense, and on that tackle makes his first start.
Still 3rd down.
Since middle of last year. You know, Young comes in every game with his 15 set plays like Brom does. So now Mariucci, I guess, he's got to shuffle back and forth who's ever been there playing quarterback.
Good point. There's a new list. The plays will change because the quarterback changed. He didn't want Young to come in and have a 3rd and 10 plus, which he has right now. Especially against, you think this defense at Tampa Bay is going to be pretty good? It's going to be real good.
Played well today. The offense has coughed it up twice deep in San Francisco territory. But it's 6-3, the Niners.
A blitz, all-out blitz, coming after the quarterback.
On 3rd and 12, Young gets away, and a sidearm throw is still short of the first down as he hits his receiver, Urizike, and it's a gain of 11, but still short of the first down. And so Tampa's defense hold even with the great Steve Young in there.
And they came after Steve Young. They know he's a little bit woozy, and they're having fun. One thing Tampa Bay is doing, they're playing with intensity, and they're having fun. They came with the blitz, came after that quarterback.
Second straight 3 and out for San Francisco. Here's Tommy Thompson once again. He's had a busy day, kicking off and punting the ball. And deep back, Carl Williams. Almost blocked again. He's had 1 blocked already. Williams at the 48. And just a 28-yard punt by Tommy Thompson.
28.
Tampa Bay will get it back with great beginning field position, trailing the Niners 6-3.
Sunday is brought to you by Miller Lite, who reminds you that anything can happen at Miller Time. By Oracle, the company that's enabling the information age through network computing. By the owners, managers, and crew who proudly call the McDonald's in your neighborhood my McDonald's. And by Starter, professional sportswear worn by more teams and more major sports than any other brand.
Back in Tampa, this may be the reason why Steve Young is back in the game.
There he is leaving. That's their backup quarterback, Jeff Brom, leaving, and that tells you why Young probably handed off twice. He didn't think he was going back in the game either.
Buccaneers 1st and 10 from the 48-yard line, and Dilfer airing it out, going deep for Dunn, and it's incomplete. Covered on the play by Merton Hanks.
Excellent coverage. You can't take a running back and put him on Hanks because Hanks not a normal safety. He's a guy that's a corner that would switch to safety. So when you take a running back and split him out, that's not a mismatch. Hanks will win that every time.
Just been told that Brom is going into the locker room for observation of a hip injury, and we'll await further word. Young is back in. Now, Druckenmiller is the third inactive quarterback. If he comes in, they can't really count. He's a guy that didn't practice all week long.
And not only that, they can't bring the other quarterbacks back in the game.
2nd down and 10. They throw it to Allstott, who's got a blocker ahead. He's got the first down. Lee Woodall catches him from behind, and he's down to the 26-yard line.
And Lee Woodall stopped the touchdown. His effort and his chasing, if it wasn't for Allstott, was going to the house if it wasn't for this guy right here. Lee Woodall was the last guy to stop this from being a touchdown.
Well, he's a former college safety, so he's used to coverage.
And that's just those two going to the end zone. Well, you do see Tim McDonald coming in there also. But great effort and hustle by Lee Woodall.
Dunn is in there as a lone back. 1st down and 10 yards to go from the 26. Is he changing the play?
Changing the play again. Hand signals. He's played the guy out wide. Wants to throw a different route.
Dilfer saw something and goes outside. Hits the tight end, Dave Moore. And he picks up 5 on 1st down. Clock is stopped with 12:09 in the 4th.
Well, now your quarterback's got a chance. You don't have double pumps. Hang the ball. Now it's 1, 2, throw. Watch his feet. It's a 3, 1, 2, set, throw. No double pump. Don't pat the ball. He is patting the ball. Bring it out of there. Now the quarterback can get some rhythm.
How does he look to you today?
Well, now he's starting to look. I think the play selection now is helping him play better.
Mike Shula, the son of Don Shula, is the offensive coordinator for the Buccaneers. 2nd down and 5. Allstott and Hape in the eye. 2 fullbacks. Hape leads for Allstott, who bounces and caroms off bodies and takes it near a 1st down. In fact, they give it to him on a gain of 5, and Darnell Walker finally chopped him down.
Well, the tight end motioned away, and the safety didn't move. That tells you it's a blitz. The tight end moved from here to here, and the safety's still coming. Well, you got to bring that safety to the tight end side to shut this hole down. So the 49ers got out-tricked there a little bit. They shifted the tight end. They didn't shift the defense.
When the Buccaneers have been this deep in Tampa Bay or rather in San Francisco territory today, they have fumbled twice. Once at the 5, once at the 12. They need to hold on to it here. 1st and 10 from the 15. And Dilfer with a little flash. He's got Allstott, who gets by Woodall and takes it to the 1. 1st and goal, Tampa Bay. On a gain of 14.
It's the exact same thing we talked about. The tight end shifted from right side to left side, and Hanks didn't shift. They don't have enough people then over on the tight end side. The tight end's right here. He's going to move. Here's the strong safety. He's still there. They don't have enough people to cover the tight end and the back. So there's 40. He's the Lone Ranger. He's running right by Lee Woodall. Lee Woodall says, I'm in trouble. So it's a shift, and the safety is not shifting with the tight end for the 49ers.
1st and goal from the 1. It's been a day of missed opportunities for Tampa Bay. Can they capitalize here? Allstott short and did not get in.
Jumped too soon.
2nd down and goal.
He jumped way too soon. In fact, the Tampa Bay could have been illegal there. The wingback who went in motion that time was leaning forward. Should have been penalized. The officials missed that when they're standing down there. They got to see that. You can't jump all the way back at the 4-yard line when you're a heavy guy. He's 250 pounds.
Niners are a great inside the red zone rushing defense. They allowed just 4 rushing touchdowns a year ago. This is a defense which is very stingy in this area.
But in Tampa Bay's credit, the ball's inside the 1. You got to run it. You can't throw it inside the 1. You got to show some toughness here.
2nd down and goal from the 1. Dilfer out of the pocket, and it's a touchdown to the tight end, Dave Moore, and Tampa Bay's got the lead.
credit you with saying how good they are against the run, and everybody knew how good they were to run, so he stuck the ball in there, and the wingback just slid out to the flat.
9:21 to play in the fourth quarter. Houston will try the extra point on the Barnhart hold, and it's 10-6 Tampa Bay. So Trent Dilfer throws his first touchdown of this season, a 1-yard pass to his tight end, and the Buccaneers lead San Francisco 10-6. By Trent Dilfer, of course, they got great beginning field position to begin with on a Tampa Bay retrieval of a 28-yard punt by Tommy Thompson.
There's the wingback sitting on the side, coming out late. Look at the two 49ers. They knew they busted the play. Motion, coming back. He made it look like a run. He stuck the safety good. McDonald made him think it was a run.
Hani Awezike takes it back to the 34-yard line, and San Francisco will start there, and the quarterback will be Steve Young. And here's a Mincy entanglement with one of the offensive linemen of San Francisco, Frank Pollock. 9:08 to play in the fourth quarter. Young leads his team back out on the field, trailing Tampa Bay 10-6. Snap, and Young backpedaled and waved everybody off, so don't hit me.
Yeah, the officials were waving it too.
No play, no foul. No play, no foul.
No play, no foul. What's that do to the clock?
They're going to rewind it.
Well, it should be at 9:11. That's where it was when they snapped it. But they keep it at 9:04.
9:04, they missed it.
Best beginning field position today by San Francisco, and it's at their own 32. Young hit and brought down. 5 Tampa Bay sacks today, and that turned in by Hardy Nickerson.
Well, again, they tried to double pump. And if you double pump a team that comes off the ball like Tampa Bay, they're going to get you. Watch, he does a pump. When he brings the ball down, Hardy Nickerson's going to crawl in there.
Well, we told you this offensive line was a work in progress, and today we've seen 5 knocks against that line. All quarterback sacks. That one by Hardy Nickerson. Second down and 16 from the 26. Young darts a pass, deflected and intercepted at the 33-yard line. Picked off by Tyrone Leggett.
Tyrone Leggett, the old New Orleans nickel player. He comes in and plays nickel. It was a good throw. It was a good throw, but it was good defense getting the ball out on the inside slant. One thing about the slant route, when you tip it, it goes into where everybody's playing. Watch the inside slant. Nice play. J.J. Stokes. Looked like a Reggie Rush, the second-year guy, got his hand in there. Reggie Rush, number 26, a real physical, tough guy, got his hand in there on J.J. on the slant route.
On the Niner 33-yard line, 1st and 10 for the Buccaneers, who lead at 10-6, and right to work goes Trent Dilfer. And a pass completion caught at the 28 with a gain of 5, and it goes to Robbie Thomas. Right now, let's go back to our television studios in Hollywood, and here's James Brown with this McDonald's game break.
Kevin and Jerry, take a look at why Dick Vermeil was excited about Lawrence Phillips. That's one of 3 touchdowns he scored on the day. 125 yards to boot. 38-24 Rams over the Saints. Back to Kevin and a fully grown Jerry Glanville.
I'll tell you what, Phillips is fully grown. He went outside St. Louis to get a second opinion on his knee. They said it's just tendonitis, nothing to worry about. He ran so well today. Second down and 5 here. The Buccaneers win it 10-6. Well done, breaking free to the 16-yard line of San Francisco.
And that's what they wanted. They wanted somebody that could run farther than 9-10 yards. This guy can break it. So Dunn's a long ball hitter. He gives him quickness and a chance for a big play with a run. In the I formation, watch the tailback. They're going to slide on over. Oh, nice cut. Nice cut. Oh, making a miss in open field. Made Merton Hanks fall down trying to make the tackle.
They're putting a lot of hope in Dunn, the rookie. 1st and 10 from the 16. Dilfer again. And a diving attempt made by the tight end Jackie Harris. It goes incomplete. With 7:07 to play in the 4th.
And Tim McDonald almost picked that off, stretched in. You know what? I like Harris when he wore 81. He played better. This number 80 is a jinx for him. He better go back to his old jersey number. Nice play by Tim McDonald. He stretched in there and almost picked that thing off. That'll scare the quarterback a little bit. You know what? A field goal is pretty big here. A field goal is big because add up a field goal is 13. San Francisco has to score, which they haven't done.
Look at the second half.
Wow.
2nd and 10 from the San Francisco 16. Dilfer again, this time to the end zone. Deflected and incomplete. Riedel Anthony.
And there is steam on that ball. If there's one criticism I see on Trent, he never takes anything off the ball. But he had some salt and pepper on that one. Woo!
Speaking of heat, you think he's feeling any heat right now?
No.
Speaking of Steve Mariucci?
No, Mariucci, he doesn't even know where he is. Nobody does it. My first time I was head coach, I was in Green Bay. It took me 5 days to figure out where I was when the game was over.
Not much is different right now, let me tell you.
No, he doesn't feel the heat. He just coaches as hard as he can coach. Well, wide receivers.
Buccaneers have struggled on 3rd down today, 3rd and 10. And Dilfer throw, dropped by Dunn. They're going to get a chance at that field goal. San Francisco's defense will only allow a field goal attempt.
Good defense there, and I got to say this. They opened the game up for Trent. They didn't stay on, you know, chug on the ground. They let him throw a few. Threw a dart, threw one ball, threw a car wash, and they gave him a chance to get a touchdown.
A brushless car wash.
Brushless.
Here's Houston. He's had kind of an interesting day.
Wow. He's a guy that you don't know where he's at.
Right now, he's at the 24 with a 34-yard field goal staring him in the face. Steve Mariucci plots his next offensive series. 34 yards by Houston. A high snap put down by Barnhart, and the Buccaneers extend their lead 13-6. Well, the real test will be how he handles his first crisis. Losing to Tampa Bay would be Steve Mariucci's first crisis. Unanswered Tampa Bay points. They lead San Francisco 13-6 halfway through the 4th quarter. Pretty good looking scoring drive and a field goal of 34 yards by Michael Houston.
Now, Michael hasn't been kicking off very good, Kevin. It's been a low ball with no hang time.
Houston's kickoff. It is low once again. Terrell Owens will take it from 2 yards deep in the end zone for San Francisco. Upended at the 22. Was a fumble on the play. He held on to it. And the Niners begin again. 1st down and 10 from their own 22. Well, the tragedy in Paris last night is the talk of the world today. And tonight on Fox, Lady Di, the People's Princess, can be seen at 7 o'clock Eastern and 7 o'clock Pacific. Followed by The Simpsons, King of the Hill, and The X-Files at 9 Eastern. All tonight on the Fox Television Network. Steve Young is back in. The former Buccaneer, along with his offense, no touchdowns today. The last time San Francisco was shut out scoring a touchdown, 1991. 1st and 10 for Young, who throws underneath, and it's caught by Garrison Hurst, who picks up a meager 2 yards. It'll be 2nd and 8, and that clock continues to roll.
Not only that's rolling, the defensive line for Tampa Bay is rolling. You talk about getting off the ball, and if Young didn't bring that ball out that quick, he was going down again. Instant pressure on Young. Watch Sapp right there. Woo. And he's playing against Ray Brown. Ray Brown can play. He got there in a hurry. Sapp is a man on a mission.
2nd down and 8. Rice is out with an injury. Young is woozy from a first quarter hit. And look out! He got away. Maybe the game's best rushing quarterback ever. Still on the move and decked at the 24. He felt that one. Rufus Porter was there. Garrett Brooks at his side.
Well, I'll say this. Rufus Porter, he's showing no mercy. He went after Young. Young wasn't going to slide. And you'll hear the noise. You'll hear the physical contact because they were after him.
And they want Young to run less. They want him to stay in the pocket more and run less, but that wasn't the situation here. Oof. So that play sets up this play of 3rd down and 8. Here they come again. There goes Sapp after Young. Sack number 6 for Tampa Bay.
Let me tell you, this guy, if he's playing for me, I'd let him celebrate. He is after him. Warren Sapp may be his career day. But what happened, the Tampa Bay Buccaneers played man-to-man. There was nobody open. They got out of that zone, which killed them early. They're playing all man-to-man, bump and run. And here comes Sapp. If you can get instant pressure, you can play man-to-man. If you can't rush the quarterback, you got to get off play zone. The pressure's there, allowing the secondary to be a man-to-man football team.
Chidi Ahanatu is down at the 17-yard line, and that's why they have stopped play. As you see, the sacks today allowed by San Francisco, and Dilford has been just sacked once, and there is Warren Sapp, who has had a tremendous, one of the best days we have seen a defensive lineman have in the NFL.
No question, and you got to get liquid in him. Look at his jersey. Look at his pants. He is soaking wet. They handed him a drink, but somebody, the defensive line coach, has got to go in and say, drink, drink, drink. You can't get a cramp. You got to get all the liquids into those big men right now.
We're wondering how that heat and humidity of Tampa Bay could be affecting San Francisco, practicing in the cool climate of Northern California all preseason.
But I saw San Francisco. They were complaining that their camp was too hot, that they had a lot of hot temperatures at their camp. There's the ice fan right there trying to cool down the 49ers. Here comes Chidi. The crowd's cheering. Look how wet his jersey and his pants. You got to replace that fluid. You got to get him on the sideline. You got to force him to drink. You got to get it in there now.
Tampa Bay's defense has done a wonderful job. 4th consecutive series. They have held San Francisco without a first down. Last time San Francisco had a first down came with 5 minutes to go in the 3rd quarter. Thompson to punt again. He's had a very interesting day. And Carl Williams back inside his own 45. This one is a beauty. This one is a cannon.
Very interesting. The Tampa Bay Buccaneers ran a punt safe. They did not rush the punter. They didn't try to return it. They were playing for a fake. Tampa Bay said, you're not going to beat us on a special teams play. They were in a punt safe.
Well, Tampa Bay, Jerry, is in a very interesting situation, one they're really not that used to, protecting a lead late in the game against a very good defense.
Oh, that's an excellent point. But what if you had Allstott? What if you had him? Not a bad guy to protect the lead with. And you got Eric Redd, who hasn't played. There's a couple of heavy thumpers. There's a couple of linebackers carrying the ball.
And there's Allstott. First and 10 from the 32 at Tampa Bay. We're down to 4.5 to play in the game. Done. Cracked pretty good by Woodson with a gain of 1.
Well, they're going out wide, and I think the strength for them, you know, they got Tony Mayberry at center, and they got Payne at guard. They got a Wake Forest center, which I never heard of in my life in the National Football League, and Payne. And when they gain yardage, they run behind the center. Mayberry, a Wake Forest center, and Pine. Pine is a guy that's out of Virginia Tech that will fight you every drop. But they pitch it wide. You can't outrun the 49ers' speed.
What a good game for Dilfer. Really, first half was fine. Second half has been brilliant with the touchdown pass. No interceptions for Trent Dilfer. And he went without an interception in the preseason as well. Second down 9, all stops. Submarines to the 37. That sets up 3rd down and 5.
And that's where they have to run, up inside. You watch the center. You got, this time they're running away from Pine. They're running into George, the right guard. But who's pulling? The left guard, Jim Pine. There he is.
And you like him?
Oh, I like him. I never thought I'd like a center from Wake Forest, and that's Mayberry, and a guard from Virginia Tech. Here's 2 guys that are cerebral, but they can play and hit you.
What's that word?
They're intelligent. You don't want too many linemen being that intelligent, but they can play.
3rd and 5 from the 37. Dilfer Waited beautifully in the pocket, was almost picked off, and it was caught, went right through the hands of Merton Hanks. 16-yard pickup to tight end Jackie Harris, and the Buccaneers' drive stays alive.
And the quarterback was going to get sacked, but the Pine guy, we're talking about the left guard, he fights, scratches, and pushes the pass rusher right past the quarterback and allows for this throw. Here's the guy right here. Here's a guy from Virginia Tech, number 60. Jams, pushes, shoves. Opens it up.
How did he catch that ball?
Wow, it went right through for an interview. Looked like it's going to be picked off.
Now the Buccaneers have gone to 3 tight ends. Allstott in the backfield with Haight. 2:15, we're approaching the 2-minute warning, and there's a timeout taken by Dilfer, which is the first timeout taken by either team in the second half.
Make them use their timeout. Make them use the 2 minutes. You don't take a timeout. Not a good play by Dilfer. Didn't realize what they were trying to do. That'll come in. You can see Dungy's talking to him there. We don't want a timeout. We want the clock running. Yeah, he knows he made a mistake.
Well, folks, after September 19th, your Friday nights will never be the same. Who is he? Why is he here? Same questions we ask about my partner to the right.
Wow, what am I doing here?
Prepare yourself for his arrival, The Visitor, followed by the season premiere of Millennium, Friday, September 19th, right here on the Fox Television Network.
I like that Millennium.
What?
I can't even say that. That Millennium?
I'm going to write down the words you can and cannot say.
If they're over 3, I'm going to say the.
No restrictions today, though, for Trent Dilfer.
Now, here's 2 tight ends, 2 backs. Pound the ball. That's what they're trying to do.
1st and 10, Allstott and Haight. In the backfield, Allstott the call. And plug the middle. Was there a fumble on the play? Nope. Gain of about a yard. The way those players are down there scrambling, you know they're tearing the ball away.
Right. Now, the 2 minutes will stop the clock, unless the 49ers take one. '49ers used it up.
Jerry San Francisco came off a miserable preseason of 1-3, a lack of emotion. They pick up Green in the last week before the regular season begins, and today they've lost their quarterback Young, who's back in and probably not 100%. They lost Jerry Rice in the second quarter. A lot of things swirling around this team right now. They're lucky to have Cipolla back after open heart surgery. When this team has gone through, they've taken a lot of hits over the last 3 or 4 weeks.
But I see on offense, I saw no dedication to reducing anybody physical. When I watched Tampa Bay, I saw people dedicated to getting after you physical. And sooner or later, this football gets back to who's tough and who isn't. And you can see today, the tough guys are ahead right now.
Second down and 10. 2:08. We're just before the 2-minute warning. A lot of time. There's a nice looking throw caught by Allstott. Close to a first down. That last crawl, that last lunge may have acquired the first down for Tampa Bay, which takes us to the 2-minute warning. A major upset in the works. Heavily favored San Francisco trailing 13-6.
You missed it. This is what you would have seen on the season premiere of Fox NFL Sunday.
Go ahead, if you're big and bad. Throw at me.
When it's time for me to take off, I take off with authority.
It's not a popularity contest. I don't want them going around and say what a great guy I am.
You know what? I smell a little intimidation, TV.
What does that smell like, Ronnie?
You know what it smells like.
Fox NFL Sunday, next week at noon Eastern, 9 Pacific. Check local listings.
The hill gets creepy.
Peek 'em off.
And get ready.
Shoot to kill, sweetheart. Okay. Ah!
For the season premiere, September 21st.
Well, the Buccaneers, one of the youngest teams in the NFL, and opening at home, leading one of the oldest teams in the NFL, San Francisco, 13-6, with 2 minutes to play in the game.
And with 2 minutes, the coaching staff shows confidence in Trent Dilfer. Here's a 2-minute situation. You're trying to chug the ball, and they sneak all-start the fullback instead of tailback and make the big play and get the first down.
New uniforms for Tony Dungy and his team, and a new feel, it seems like, too, just across the parking lot, building a brand new stadium. They thought a win today could set this team on an incredible journey through the rest of this season.
It sure would. And you know what? I like the way they practiced, and I like their preseason. The preseason, they flew around, and they tried to hit you, and they tried to be physical. We said that before this game ever started.
Allstott and Hape once again in the backfield. Dunn has been taken out. It's all ball control now with 2 tight ends and a 1st and 10 from the Niner 38. And Allstott follows Hape, runs into Lee Woodall, and carves out about 2. Setting up 2nd down, and the clock at 1:50. And stopped right there. 1:50 to play in the game. As Steve Mariucci contemplates, which could be a train wreck. And of course, that's what Steve Young has said about this team. When they don't make a Super Bowl, and they don't make at least a championship game during a season, it's like a train wreck in San Francisco. Well, they're at least derailed right now should they go on to lose to the Buccaneers today.
Was that their last time out, by the way? Was that?
San Francisco's got 1, Tampa's got 2.
Oh, great. So what they got to do, they got to chug it up in there again, talking about Tampa Bay, and eat up the last time out before they ever think about getting another 1st down. Take away their timeout. Even though it's 2nd and 9, you got to take the timeout away from San Francisco.
They have added time on the clock, so it is 1:54 remaining on the clock with a 13-6 Buccaneer lead. There's Steve Young. Do you think he's even back to his normal mental sharpness after the first quarter hit?
Well, sometimes you play without ever being sharp again. He's aware that they're in deep trouble. He knows they're in real trouble here.
There's a whole city on the West Coast. 2nd down and 8. Allstott again. Great lead block thrown by George Diaz. Gary Plummer was there. That sets up 3rd down and about 5, and another timeout is taken.
The back didn't run hard. The back's a better back than that, but he ran to hang on the football. He didn't hit it fast, and he didn't try to break tackles. He tried to hang on the ball. So if you're looking at Allstott, that's not him. What he was doing is just ending the play with the ball in his hands. You can see him right there. He wasn't going to go for 2nd, 3rd yardage. He was going to finish the play with the ball in his hand.
So 3rd and 6 coming up for the Buccaneers. Well, tonight on Fox, a special on Lady Di, The People's Princess at 7 Eastern, followed by The Simpsons and King of the Hill. And then at 9, the award-winning X-Files. All tonight on the Fox television network. San Francisco may put this game in their X-Files. It'll be a long flight back to the Bay Area.
And I think if you watched them in the preseason last week, they're much better on defense than they were against Denver. They're playing better defense, but they're getting out hit.
3rd and 6. San Francisco's out of timeouts. They bring the blitz, and Allstott is pummeled at the 36-yard line. No place to go, and San Francisco cannot stop the clock. We're down to 1:35 and ticking. Buccaneers have 2 timeouts remaining, and Tampa Bay will just take their time.
And take the penalty. Punting from here, you don't want to punt from here anyway. So what you do is you take the penalty. Then the 49ers will probably turn the penalty down. Then you back up and you bring your ends in tight so you can't block a punt. But Tampa Bay hasn't, pardon me, the 49ers, they don't block punts. So you don't have to worry about that.
Today's game is being produced by Jeff Gowan and directed by Joe Assetti. Gentlemen, a wonderful job. The studio produced by Scott Ackerson, directed by Bob Levy. The senior producer of Fox Sports, Bill Brown. And the executive producers of Fox Sports, Ed Gorin and David Hill. Our associate director today, Tony DeSanti, and our broadcast associate, Clark Pierce. Statistician, the great Pat McGrath. An equally great job today by our spotter, Gary Lynn.
Now, ordinarily, the way to win this game is you go on and you try to block this punt. But the 49ers, I can't tell you if they've ever blocked a punt. I've never seen a 49er team block a punt. So that'll allow Tampa Bay to have the ends split for coverage. If they were a great punt blocking team, the ends would have to come in tight.
The clock is at 55 seconds with the Buccaneers leading by 7. Uwezike awaits the punt at the 12. Barnhart back inside his 45. The punt is high. Uwezike will let it go into the end zone and back out to the 20-yard line with the touchback. And so that's where San Francisco and Steve Young will begin things. 1st down and 10 yards to go.
Well, nobody's better in a 2-minute situation than the 49ers.
We may learn a lot about this team in this final 46 seconds. It may not be a lot, but we may learn something.
Well, what you're going to see probably is 4 wide receivers. And I think this crowd has to help the defensive line of Tampa Bay with a lot of noise. They don't know, like you said in this stadium, they don't know what to do. Right now, they got to be making all kinds of noise so the offense can't hear them, and they're not doing that.
Almost 6 years have gone by with San Francisco not scoring a touchdown at the 91 of November. So here we go. Buckle up. First down and 10 yards to go from the 20-yard line for Young. Moves up, bumps, rolls, and is stuck at the 20. Gain of 2. Brad Culpepper got him. San Francisco cannot stop the clock. No timeouts. We're down to 30 seconds and ticking.
Well, there you got a guy in the game that's not a pass rusher. Brad Culpepper's not a pass rusher. What's he doing in there? He will spill his guts. He'll play every play until this thing's over, so you leave that guy in there.
Second down and about 9 for Young. He throws on a one-hopper to Kirby. That stops the clock with 16 seconds. That whole line was there getting on Young, who is dazed and beaten. His backup, Jeff Fromm, came in, Jerry. They had to take him off with a hip injury. He's in the locker room right now, and they have not had Jerry Rice since the second quarter.
Well, 2 big injuries, and unfortunately, Sapp, he was involved in both of them. He was all over, and Sapp has been involved in sacks. And the defensive line, really, for Tampa Bay, has shown excellent quickness and toughness.
No timeout, 16 seconds to play, 3rd and 9 from the 21. Young to Jones, he drops it. 10 seconds to play. It'll be 4th and 9.
That was a zone defense. They're not playing man-to-man, so there are people open. You can't find an open man in the zone, but with 9 seconds.
Well, this obviously would be one of the great benchmark games for Tampa Bay coach Tony Dungy, Warren Sapp, and this Buccaneer team. Opening day to beat San Francisco.
And remember Tony Dungy opening day last year against the Packers. So don't get down on your quarterback at San Francisco. A year ago, Tony Dungy got grubbed pretty good.
4th and 9 from the 21. Young hit as he throws. Out of bounds, 2 seconds remaining, and the Buccaneers have held San Francisco without a touchdown. The first time the Niners have not scored one since 1991. And San Francisco was held the final 25 minutes by Warren Sapp in the defense without a first down.
Wow.
And truly for Steve Mariucci, his first real crisis as the head coach of the San Francisco 49ers.
Well, the game's not over, but everybody's acting like it is. You got to take one kneel down. There's Tony trying to find those good defensive linemen. There's Brad Culpepper, a guy that said, I don't want to talk about anything. I want to show people how we play. We tried to interview him. He says, I don't care about interviewing and talking. I want to show you how we're going to play. We're going to get after it.
The Buccaneers have beaten the San Francisco 49ers. 13 unanswered points. And a benchmark game for second-year head coach Tony Dungy.
And Warren Sapp, 2 benchmark games.
We'll come back after this. 13 unanswered points by the Tampa Bay Buccaneers as they surprise the heavily favored San Francisco 49ers 13-6. Here's a surprise, the San Francisco 49ers 13-6. Downstairs we go to our reporter Chip Carter.
Thanks a lot, Kevin. And Trent Dilfer, you wanted to come in and run the ball down San Francisco's throat, and you were able to do that in the second half. What was the difference between that first and second half?
Poise. It comes down to that. It comes down to the players on our side of the ball had great poise in the second half. We knew we could do it. We kind of stubbed our toes a couple times in the first half. We stuck together as a unit. We executed. If we can do that all year long, we'll be able to run the ball on anybody.
You came in concerned, obviously, with the number of touchdowns, only 2 in the preseason, but you were able to convert in the red zone this afternoon when you had to. That also poise?
Yeah, it was great poise by our offensive unit in the second half, and we just did what we needed to do to win the football game.
A win like this in terms of motivation and momentum, getting the team off, when you look at last year's start of 1-8, what does it mean?
It's big. It's big to win the first game, but it is 1 of 16, and we got 15 more opportunities in the regular season to play better than we did today. We didn't play our best. We played good enough, but we want to get better each week and hopefully play our best game of the season week 16.
Thanks a lot, Trent.
No problem.
All right, Kevin, back upstairs to you.
All right, Chip, the defense held San Francisco to 45 second-half yards. Trent Dilfer today, 15 of 26, 184 yards, a touchdown, sacked only one time. And so now for Jerry Glanville. This is Kevin Harlan saying so long from Tampa, where the final score, the Buccaneers 13, the Niners 6. Don't forget next Saturday, Fox Saturday Baseball Game of the Week with exciting regional action. Check your local listings. That touchdown pass gave Tampa the lead for good. They beat them 13-6. Good night from Tampa. You've been watching Fox Sports coverage of the NFL.
This has been a presentation of Fox Sports, home of the NFL, NHL, and